And good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining me this evening all by myself. It would appear I'm literally all by myself. While I go through today's sheet and see who's done what and put some percentages in, I'm gonna let you guys have a little bit of a watch. So let's go with this.
Hi, thanks for tuning in to Sesku and Helmsworth Community Skill Model Club.
Hi, my name's Andy. I've been coming since launch, day one, and I think it's fantastic.
Beautiful.
My name's Doug, been with the club for 6 years, on admin team, looking after day-to-day running at club.
Number 27 and 16.
I'm Bill, and I bloody love it. I'm glad to be Bill, and I'm glad to be here.
Hi, my name's Dave Housecroft, and I've been coming to club for the last 5 years, and I'm the founder of House's Modelling Chair.
Young and old, we absolutely cater for everybody. Every genre, every scale that you can imagine, we will accommodate you. Come and join us.
Die-cast buses.
Fast jets. Aircraft.
God. 172 kits from World War II.
Because of bus.
We start our 7th year in January, and we offer free airbrush lessons to all members after their 2 first initial meetings. After that, small subs payment covers our rent and our insurance. Annual competitions, annual days out, merchandise so that we all tie together. Polos, hoodies, soft shells, hats, beanies, cups, you name it, we've got the merch for it. Established members and new members like Chris, and distance members like Paul from the Wirral, and introducing Graham, who comes all the way over from Cleethorpes. And we're good on charity too, because in the last 5 years, our club has raised over £10,000 for good causes. Brand new to the hobby or coming back into the hobby, wherever your skill level, you're always welcome at Sesku. And of course, if you're feeling a little bit peckish, you can put a pre-order in for a sandwich or a breakfast, hot or cold, from our favourite sandwich shop, Bacon Butty in South Kirby. Beautiful. And the social aspect at club is absolutely massive. Twice a month, come and see your fellow modelers. We get time to build, stick, glue, paint, weather, decal, absolutely everything to do with modelling in the 4 hours that we're together. Twice a month, every month. And a huge thank you to our associates, Martin at Samuel Grants, Sean at SGS Models, and Gail at Glow Clothing. We're open for business, so if this looks like the kind of club that you want to be involved in, find us on Google, drop us a line, and call on by. We don't do bad, do we? We don't do too bad at all. That is the club sort of promotional video.
Hi. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, I've heard you. That's the club promotional video that I did quite a while since. And believe it or not, I did all that on my phone. I did invite some guests over tonight, and they must all have COVID or something. They must all be dying because I've got nobody with me, all by myself. So I'm just gonna pop. I'm just gonna pop this one.
Yeah, honestly, I'll see if I can dig it out. So you categorise. You're now classed between 1 and 6 on your building, and now Saturday, the 3rd of February 2024, club day. Let's go and have a look. I never know whether I'm in shot, you know, when I do that. Upton Village Hall is where we're at this morning. It's where we are every clip. And just a quick pan round. Just like that. I'm coughing my ass off. Morning, everybody. Morning, sir. I'm going to start with our side today. So, what we got, Si?
Now we've got 3 going on.
Chuff me. I'll tell you what, I like that. What's that?
That's a 144. What is it?
It's the radar type thing, isn't it?
Not right well painted. I've lost decals for it as well.
Oh, you're joking.
No. So I'll have to look for some online.
What the bleeding hell's that?
This is Northrop 3PB Norwegian markings. It'll be bit fiddly because
What scale?
it's 172.
It's a bit fiddly.
Bit fiddly because there's no locating lugs. Everything's sort of like seamless.
Oh, no. I feel your pain. What we got in here, mate?
That's a 172nd Harrier.
Yeah.
Just looking at different. I've got some of these pretty surface medium.
Right.
So I'm having a go at that and seeing how they go along seam lines.
Cool. You have to let me know.
Aye.
All about the enjoyment. You know what? I ought to go in middle, really, didn't I? I'll come back to Trev because he's eating half a pig.
Whole pig, not half a pig.
Whole pig, not half a pig. Marky Mark.
Good morning, sir.
Right. Have you had your haircut, love?
Yes.
I thought you had, yeah. Yeah. Catching me up. What we're doing?
Right.
Come on, let's start. Tell me what's finished and what's worked.
Finished is Pirate Captain Ginger.
Pirate Captain Ginger, right? Liking that. Okay.
Right, and what's good is what she's hiding behind her.
Oh, look at that, mate. That's so typical woman, Mark.
Well, she looks so. You can't say things like that.
Can I not? Is that no? Oh, right. Untypical woman, Mark. Yeah. Go on. What's what?
Right.
Yeah.
There we go.
So look at that. I can remember you doing that one actually.
Yeah.
Let me just because if I get a picture like that, right, I'll be able to freeze it and take a still shot. Yeah, go on, yeah.
So they're the two.
How do you say that on the front there?
Val K.
Val K, right, okay. Liking the green wisp in her hair, that's cool, that's tidy.
Yep.
That's two.
And this is the Chinese Mongol princess.
Right, okay. I see, yeah, even though she's a woman, armless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her arms are over here.
Arms are over here.
One with a shield and one with a sword.
Tidy, mate. Tidy. Let me just get that in focus. I've just built that bike.
Yes.
And my figures that I've got coming are 1 in 9.
You can't find any.
Scary. No, I've not. I haven't even got them yet. But I'm just a little bit worried about painting them.
Well, you'll be fine.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, says Marky Mark. I'll tell you what, Barry.
Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Let me have a look at this. So this is, I love this. Do you know why I love it? Because we spoke, didn't we, in the Lawson hut? Yeah. And you said, no, I want to do it. And I'm like, cost a fortune, Barry. Just, you're brand new to hobby. Why don't you pick something like a 1 in 72? And you're like, no, I'm doing this. And this is a bit of a work in progress. I'll tell you what, mate, this is looking pretty sweet. Are you happy so far?
Happy so far.
Happy so far.
I learned a lot.
Go on, what have you learned? What have you learned?
Oh,
All sorts.
all sorts. This flexible masking stuff is quite interesting. Isn't
It is, yeah.
Don't leave it around, or it'll dribble over the table and drop onto the carpet. or something.
That's right. I like that. Okay. Colours look nice. Can you turn it upside down, or is it? I think.
Yeah, sure,
Let's
yeah.
yeah, cool. Absolutely. Now, why are you building this particular kit? Is it for just?
Because I fly, because it's my favourite aircraft.
All right.
Because I got to go in a Spitfire.
I love it. Well, I'll tell you what, mate. It's looking absolutely fantastic. What do you think to the kit?
The kit is fabulous.
Kit is fabulous.
Everything fits, and the instructions are super helpful.
Brilliant.
Yeah, no, I'm just masking the cockpit.
Yes, mate. All right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Well, I'll tell you what. That's looking pretty sweet.
Thank you.
Hi, Graham. All the way up from Cleethorpes. I've got to stop saying that. I promised myself, didn't I? That last one. So my bike's in the car. And I'm going to bring mine in a minute. I'll tell you what, that is actually filling the screen. It is that big. I'm going to bring it in and take some photos side by side. What did you think to the kit?
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
One or two issues, but
No, that can't be overcome.
front forks are a bit fiddly.
Is the suspension inside that the same as what were in mine?
Beforehand.
Absolutely. That's what I said on my video.
That, I don't know what it is, but that chrome bit that goes into the back wheel, that big bulky bit.
Yes.
I had trouble getting that in. Behind
Right.
the framework.
Okay.
But apart from that, it's.
So let's do. Because what I missed on my video, what I normally say is, would I build it again?
I would.
You would. I'm going to get you in screen here, actually. Do you know what? I would actually, Graham. I would definitely build it again. Issues, any noticeable massive issues? I'll tell you what I had, and you might agree. So that little piece on the back there is yours openable.
Yeah, well, toolbox in there.
Yeah, so that's
That nearly sprung off.
absolutely. Mine's broken about 3 times.
Yeah.
My handlebars broke. Passes your tweezers, Flower. My handlebars broke.
Yeah.
There, and there. Twice. Snapped off.
Really?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Machine gun looks great. Yeah, I love it, mate. I think it's a really cool piece.
I like this paint because when you paint it on it, it's got the wood grain. Isn't
What
it?
paint is that?
It's the layout, which is called wood grain.
All right,
You
okay.
paint it on and it just dries like wood grain.
Right, I'm happy with that. I have pulled the trigger on a Vosper, on a MAS attack torpedo sub boat.
Oh,
But
like the PT boats.
Yeah, mate. But if I hadn't done that, I would have definitely built one of them. And what we got here?
Oh, this is.
No, what we got here?
My new sprue.
Get
New
that.
sprue holder.
Graham, which sprue holder?
Yeah. Thank you.
Happy days. And what we got? What's in it?
It's,
Some mini art stuff.
Yeah, it's transmission for a T54.
It's upside down. Need to turn it right way. T54 early transmission set.
It's not going in a tank. It's going on a diorama.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll say no more about that. We'll catch some of that throat here. Somebody's dropped a little bit of them here cloth. Who's this? Shadow.
That's Shadow.
So, Mr. Stringer.
Mr. Andrew.
Good morning, love. I'm all right, mate.
Good.
I'll tell you what. There's a lot of plastic here. There's a lot of plastic and a little cutting mat. What's the crack? What's in here? Show me. Come on, let's have a look. Oh my word! Is this a full interior
Full
thing?
interior. Yeah.
Wow.
That's the
What scale is that, Al?
135.
Oh, hold it right there, mate. Elephant. Right, full interior. Like it. Why has that got a clear part on the top there?
Why that's a clear part, I have not an idea.
What is it? Part of engine?
Yeah.
All right. A clear part top and bottom. Oh, here we go.
That's in there.
Right, okay. Now, once the top of the hull's on, how much of this are you going to see?
Well, there's actually some clear parts.
Right. Is that going to sit in there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got 2 engines.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
Petrol electric.
Right.
So you can feel it because it's an interior kit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Why has it got 2 engines, though? Why has it got 2 engines? Okay.
Yeah, one.
80 tons. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
One
Yeah.
engine drives one track, other engine drives the other track.
I tell you what, it's a weird-looking creature, that. And hey, look at that. Oh, what colour scheme are you doing it, Al?
I don't know yet.
What are you fancying, though, mate? Are you fancying? I like that. Look at that. Fancy white one.
Yeah, some variation on green.
I like that. I've got to stop saying it, though, Paul, haven't I? Because I've got to stop building armour. I'm chuffing rubbish at building armour. Nice to see you. Paul, Pat. And Doug Tuck. Look at your two sat in your nice cosy lights.
Yeah.
Right, come on, what we're doing?
Cheeky bit of Warhammer.
Cheeky bit of Warhammer. Do you know what? This is going to look great on video because it lights. What, Space Marines? Yes. Warhammer 40k. Space Marines. Stern Guard Veteran Squad. Right, okay. And I'll just say how's it going, but it's basically going like that, isn't it? Not a lot of parts of these, Paul, is there? Would you safely say that this particular genre of modelling is more about the painting and finishing than the actual building? 100%.
It's not really a builder's thing, like it's.
No, it's, yeah, clip, clop, bit of glow.
Yeah, it's all about.
It's what happens after that, mate, innit?
Yeah, to drill barrels out as well. Look.
Oh, yeah, let's have a look. Right, let me get that in light. So you've drilled those out. Right.
So I've got to centre them first, drill them, then drill them bigger.
But do you centre them with a punch or just?
No, there's no. You've just got to eyeball it.
You just got to eyeball it. I hope with so much sharp.
And then you, because when you put the drill in,
Yeah.
you end up with a burr all the way around, then you need to countersink it with a bigger drill bit then.
Oh, it's ever so slightly bigger.
Well, no, much bigger because.
Much bigger.
Yeah, because to get that angle, if it's just like the next size up or whatever,
yeah,
it'll start to create just a bigger hole.
Now, the people that do this, Paul, would they be able to notice the stuff like that? But your average person wouldn't, though, would they?
I don't know, because when you've got a nice painted miniature, when you've just got these two block ends like that. See. When you're actually looking at it, you don't actually
hold it there, mate. Hold it right there. Yeah, massive difference.
Little bits like that make all difference.
Yeah, mate.
And then you've also got these cooling holes as well. Look,
have you scratched them out a bit?
Yeah, I could do that neater actually. This
yeah,
one,
you
see how that little burr there?
Yes.
I'll get rid of that, but I didn't see it until now.
And how many Space Marines do you get in a pack like this?
There's 5 in that.
There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 5.
I'm going to be combining them with this lot. These are more like crusade knights, you see, which
oh yeah,
helmets,
oh,
loincloths, big swords. They take influence from the Grail crusades.
Just lift me them sprues up there, Nick, please. Let me just right. So this lot. Let's have a look here. So Space Marines, Stern Guard. Let's just have a little look at them. So we've got big guns and mind you, he's got a gun and he's got a gun. He's got a sword and he's got a sword.
When you get these though, on your build options, your main guy.
Yeah.
There's 3 different poses, got same body.
Right.
And you can mix and match with all other bits in kit as well.
Obviously, it depends on how he's feeling when he gets up on the morning, which weapon of choice he's going to pull out.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Today I feel like slashing. Tuesday, more of a gunning day.
A gunning day?
Gunning day.
I have a gunning plan.
Yeah, I do have a gunning plan. I can't remember last time our DT built something with wings on it. Both me and you, Doug, have sort of slipped away from the old, haven't we?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Changes as good as the rest.
Very much so. So we've got the deft.
Boring building planes all the time, though, innit?
Shush. We've got the deftness of the little finger. Now, if you look at Dougie there, he's putting all the weight onto his little fingers to act as that counterbalance. And it's working a treat. Come on then, lift it up. Let's have a look. So, who's that?
It's called Dom Perignon.
Dom Perignon. Right. He's holding what? A bottle opener?
No, it's
Isn't it?
blades.
And what we got here, don't think you're getting away with just showing me that.
Devil Wheeler.
Devil Wheeler. Is that a goat?
Goat's head, yeah.
Goat's head.
A guy with a respirator on.
Right, okay.
Post-apocalyptic thing.
Of course, yeah.
No.
Goat. A goat.
Is it a ram?
Is it a, yeah, it's a ram.
Ramming it.
Yeah. Who's that? What's that?
Primaris Space Marine.
You pillock. Space Marine.
Yeah.
Is a
Enough. And all that has been hand painted, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah. What size brushes are you using? Should say outside.
3.
Threes.
Minute, but
Okay.
I've got, double O's and
All right.
O's
Yeah.
as well.
I like that. Hold that up. That's
Necron.
yeah. It's lovely. That mate looks a bit.
Terminator.
Well, I'm gonna better say a bit Star Warsy. Who's that? Is it Darth? Not Darth Maul, is it?
Grievous.
Yeah, Grievous. Yeah, that's the one. Right. And another one.
Orc Slayer.
Hawk Slayer.
Orc.
Orc.
Yeah, Orc.
Oh, Orc. Right. Okay. Not Hawk.
Yeah.
Right. Well, she'll. I'm smiling my ass off. I shall let you continue. I shall let you continue with your little book. Andy, I'm going to come back to now. Our Jean has been secretly messaging me on the night time while you've been asleep.
No, that's just staying with him.
Oh, yeah. Right. And there's me thinking I was feeling a bit special.
Sorry.
What we're doing, Jeannie?
Just cheese sellers. That's all.
Cheese sellers.
Yeah.
Is anybody just building goddamn aeroplanes anymore? What's going off? We have moved on, haven't we? Yeah, we've all moved on. Cheese sellers. Right, okay. Let's have a look at her. There she is. She's in focus-ish. Right, okay. Tidy. Oh, nice. Kinder Bueno.
That's from Shara.
Oh.
Second.
Oh, he's over there.
And, Tanya did it last time.
Right, tidy. All right, okay. Our Heath. First paying session, I think, today, our Heath. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it does me every time.
So, I found this shed all battered and unloved.
Right, so it's a skip. What is that? The manufacturer?
That's the manufacturer. I thought it was Russian. It's Ukraine. I've just checked. I thought I better get it right. And it's what is it? Carnation.
Is that what that translates into?
Yeah, it's a self-propelled gun.
That translates into carnation.
Yes. That's the book. Look.
Oh.
It's got the.
Yeah.
Gun on a carriage, and that's what was that? Acacia, carnation, and acacia.
Right.
So,
that looks like Godzilla.
I know. Yeah,
and
it's not. So.
Where's Godzuki? Right. So scale 1 in 35.
1 in 35. Yeah. I opened the box and I've got resin wheels, resin tracks, head-art photo. And it's like I must have loved it at some time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you got that many kits in your stash, like that you literally don't know what you've got?
Yeah, I've moved. Right, I'll make a confession. My missus will watch this tonight. I've moved all my stash into her old shed, 64.
Right.
Full.
Be careful.
64 shed.
Full. Yeah, right. I'm not editing that out, you know. You can knackers. Andy. We're back on with everybody's building. Goddamn figures. What's going up? Somebody change the name of this club under my nose without me seeing it. Can't wait to get around to Mr. Chris building a proper thing. A proper thing. What we're doing? Shields.
I'm just trying to finish off some bits and pieces so I can start on some more figures.
Some more figures. Happy days. Mr. Chris, make me a happy man. Show me what you've got in your hand. Aeroplanes. Like it, mate. How's it coming?
Yeah, it's all right, mate.
All right, flower. Tidy that cooker. Nice one, mate. Happy days. Look at this, Dolly and Daisy. Show us the cup. Show us the cup. Right, so if you remember that from last year's, no, the previous year's, it was at Burntwood, wasn't it? Previous year's 24-hour build. Look at these two pairs. Chucking bill. I've still got them in my bleeding shed. Not building today.
No, just a visit.
Just a visit. It's all right. Arklem's doing a tank bridge laying thing.
Yeah.
From
Hobby Boss.
the boss of hobbies, Hobby Boss. Can I have a look at the Dave? Come on, hold it up so I can see what we're doing here. Oh, look at that, Paul. One for you there, mate. And it's a German iguana Pet Shop Boys 228M. Why do they have to call them? Shut up, you dozy cat. Why do they have to call them all them funny names? Why don't they just set bridge layer? Photo etching everything on with that, eh?
No, there's not a little bit of photo etch.
No,
Not
it
much
ain't.
at all.
And Leeds next Sunday. Yeah. And here's another one for Leeds next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, defo, man, defo. What we're doing, Arlo?
Churchill crocodile.
Right.
So a bit different.
Come on, then. Why is it different? It's got absolutely no different to what you build whatsoever.
Got a flamethrower in it.
It's a tank. Yeah. It's got a flamethrower in it.
Yeah.
That's all it knuckles down to, Andy, isn't it? It flies, wheels and tracks. Yeah. You're enjoying it, Cock.
Yeah, well, I've only just started it, really. But
What's that much sprawler here? Have you had it on fire? Have you painted it? Let me smell that. That smells like Tammy and extra thin in the morning. It looks like you've chuffing burnt it. Have you seen that? Have you seen the state of that? You can't look after nothing. Right, okay. I've graphed. That's
what
it.
kits I've been knocking out.
Yeah. The machine. All right. And how's it going, pal? All right.
Yeah, it's together all right.
It's Tammy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that chuffing Lego. Like Lego, man. They're easy to build out of them Tammy kits. Clem?
Yeah.
Fall together. Fall together. Fall together. Now, here's a man. Here's a man who takes his modelling very seriously. Would I be right in saying that, Craig?
Yeah.
Yes, I thought so. Did you see that post on Facebook about a week and a half ago? Somebody posted on saying, I'm a number 6 builder, I'm a number 5, I build for fun. You saw it, everybody saw that. Yeah, honestly, I'll see if I can dig it out. So you categorise, you now class between 1 and 6 on your building. And a 1 is, I build for fun, I don't care how it turns out, down to a number, down to a Craigie Stins. Innit? Do you know what, Craig? I sit with you, mate.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with absolutely wanting to do the absolute best. Absolute best. And you know what? If it's not right, do it again. And if it's not right, do it again. And if it's not right, do it again and do it again until it's right. There's no, I don't go in for any of that it'll do crew. Because at the end of the day, it ain't do, will it, Craig? Fucking ain't do, mate. It's not right. It's not right. So, oh, that's not right. I'm kidding. That's nice, mate, isn't it? Yeah, I don't. Is this for competition?
Yeah.
I didn't really want to take that.
But,
yeah, go on.
It's not the full piece.
It's not the full piece,
No.
is it?
And the next competition build is over there.
Right. Well, I'm not, but I can see. So we've got some. What are the? Is it called slat armor?
Slat armor. Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like it's taking a bit of a punishing.
Yeah, it's IED.
IED.
Yeah, improvised explosive device.
Thank you very much for that, sir. Just to clarify that for 1 or 2 other viewers. Right. So, do you know what, mate? Tidy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's balloxed, isn't it? That's perfectly balloxed. Yeah, mate. Yeah. And is that going to be attached on somehow?
No, it's going to be blown off.
Going to be blown off. Do you know what? Me and you sit in the same camp, mate. Absolute same camp. Now then, so spot to our DC this morning.
Hello.
And we've got, why have we got this? And this morning we were doing something else. Oh, we're doing 2. I can't do that.
3.
We've got 3 on the go at the minute. We've got a little Edward HE280. Now then, did that come after? That must have come after the... Dave will know. Dave House. That first jet that the Germans did. HE178. I thought it was a 262.
262 was after this.
The 262 were after this?
This was the first fighter.
Right.
Fighter. The HE178 was the first jet.
Yeah.
But this lost to the ME262.
Right. That actually looks like the better aircraft. I digress.
It had some better features.
Yeah.
But wasn't as fast.
Oh.
Because the ME262 had a swept wing. Well, that was basically.
Right. Dropped a bollock there, didn't
And
they?
then that is a Star Fury from Babylon 5.
Right. Is that just one section?
Yeah, basically, I've just been cleaning up the wings.
Yeah.
Because it's got filler.
Competition piece? Oh, no. And then this one.
And then this is When Worlds Collide.
I like that. That comes in the kit, obviously.
Yeah, so basically, it's sort of a little diorama. So it looks
right. Let me get a picture of this. Look, so our Derek's doing this. Planets Destroy Earth.
Which When Worlds Collide is a 1950s film.
That's when men were men.
Aye.
In it. When men, easy. When blokes were blokes.
So hopefully it'll look something a bit like that.
Look at that. So, right. I'll tell you what, mate, and we've both talked about it this morning, but we've got to be absolutely seamless on there, haven't we?
Which is why I've left it, because it's got the putty in for me to clean up.
I like it. What putty are you using to fill that?
Mr. Putty.
Of course. Tell me a joke, Will. I want clean for the family.
He doesn't know any.
He doesn't know any, does he?
Not clean ones, no, I don't.
What we're doing here?
We're doing a dauntless.
Yes.
SBD 5 Dauntless.
I'm just playing hell.
You're playing hell?
Yeah, because that little bit there,
Yeah.
that little bit there,
Yeah.
once, that little bit there,
Right.
and I'm bloody not doing
Our
it.
chuffing wouldn't do it either if I were you. I know what it is, mate. Let's spin her around. So, Trev, one of our I used to be able to say, Trev, our 3D printer. Now I have to say, Trev, one of our 3D printers. Even I'm thinking about having a double. I'm not really.
Somebody's, it's 3D Mandalorian, female Mandalorian.
All right, female. Who's that for? Tim Nick. Cool. And happy days. Shadow.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
So when I still talk to everybody on a night time, I still say, right, so, and what do I follow that up with? Not a Mark Wilson. Right, so, Shadow. Every chuffing time. And that's club today, everybody. All busy beavering away. Nice to see Mr. Chris building a plane and DC as well, and Bill. All the rest of you. Hey, Andy. Oh, Paul, we've moved on. I'm not painting a Space Marine picture outside the front door, Paul.
We're all going to do a tornado next week.
That's the one, Cocker. That's the one. Happy days. And nice to see loads of you have got your own little lights on as well. That's quite happy with that.
Illuminate.
Yeah, you illuminate my life, you Andrew. How's that? And that's Club today, Saturday, 3rd of February, 2024. Loads going off. We've got Leeds show next week on the 11th, I do believe it is. And quite a few of these boys and girls will be going along and taking their stuff to show around and display on the day. Bonus ball's looking really cool because we've got a rollover. So the total pot next month is probably going to be a jackpot, £156. And great numbers as well. Been to pick the trophies this morning for competition. So that's all nicely sorted. And probably be live streaming as well tonight. Okay, so if you can catch that around about 8 p.m. UK time, fill your boots and see what we're all about. Cheers. Right, so let me just have a look here because I'm just going to stop sharing that and make myself big, and I've got myself on a little camera there. Let me get rid of that one. Make my screen bigger so that I can see what I'm doing. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all well. That was, I put 2 videos on then of Club. One is of the Club promotional video, which I'm hoping that you all watched through. That were all done on my phone last year. The reason that I did that was because where the place where I work, they'd done a bit of a promotional video for work. And I was chatting to the lad that, well, part of the team that did that video. And I was saying, oh, you know, I do a bit of YouTube and da-di-da. I'd love to do a promo video. And I did actually manage to catch sort of like 20 minutes with him before his boss went, you know, Tom, come on, and get him a rollicking for spending time with me. But in that 20 minutes, I said, you know, I ain't got no fancy cameras or anything like that. Oh, you can do it all on your phone, Mark, as long as you sort of like know how to edit stuff. And I said, well, yeah, I do, because I do videos anyway. And made him subscribe there and then while he was gassing with me. So that's the reason that I did it. So while you've been watching that, I've seen some loads and loads of comments have been coming through. Obviously that you guys can't see. So while you're watching, let's have a look. There's not so many watching tonight, 7. I am waiting for another couple of people coming on. James, good evening, my friend. I hope you're well. Good evening, gents. And Pete, or scale modelling. Oh, later on down the thread there brings up quite the piece. John Christmas, I think it is now. John, I haven't got my glasses on, mate. You've just seen me clean them. And unfortunately, I've got those eyes that I can't see here. I can't see here. I can see over there. That's no problem. And my screen, where all my comments are, is just at that sort of threshold. Whereas if I squint my eyes and bang my head, I can probably see a few of them. So John is saying, where does Club meet and when? Where does Club meet and when? So I'll get into that in a little bit after I've done the done this. Okay. Next couple of comments, I'm just basically telling you all about it. He's asked for postcode for SatNav. Of course, I've sent him that. I'll put that onto the comments. Oz, right. So, Pete, enjoy your vlogs, but find them difficult to watch. Do you have an image stabilization or a gimbal? Pete, the vlogs that I filmed down at Club, mate, are very much phone in hand, and there's never a plan for where I'm going to go, who I'm going to talk to, what I'm going to focus on. There's absolutely no plan. Usually got the shakes as well, to be absolutely fair. So in answer to your question, no, I don't. But I have replied and said to you, it is sort of like on, you know, it's on the radar kind of thing. It's a purchase that's in the pipeline. The reason that it's in the pipeline is because, you know, when you know that you want something, especially a little bit of equipment, mate, it's an absolute minefield, love. And I can go onto Amazon, I can go onto Google, eBay, whatever,
and I can type in phone, gimbal type of thing, and they range from literally peanuts right up to hundreds and hundreds of pounds. I'm in a place at the moment where it's not quite in my purse at the minute, kid. It's not quite in the purse, but it will come. 2024 for me personally. I've got a lot on with club. We're saving for club. We've got a show that we're going to. We're going to Duxford Airfield, I do believe it is, on second Saturday in May. We've ordered a coach, and there's about 16 of us going from West Yorkshire down to Cambridge to go and do that for the day. And then we've got a presentation evening. I'll cover that in a bit. And it's all cash. And then, lo and behold, we down at Sesku again. It's one of the key features that we've got, and this is one's for you, John. We're 7 years old, and we turned 7 in January, just gone. So literally last month, mate. And for the last couple of years, I've been looking for a local hobby shop, if you will, who will come to the club, not necessarily every meeting, but come to club and literally bring a table full of wares. And we were really, really lucky that we had a gentleman called Sean who runs his own company called SGS Model Store, and they're based in Leeds in West Yorkshire. And we invited Sean along. I actually bought a few things from him. And when it came, I was like, oh, dead excited, one thing or another. And I had a look through the packet, were actually some phantom decals. And it turned out that it should have been a 2-sheet affair. But when I opened it up, it were only 1 sheet. So I sent him the obligatory message saying, I think I've got a sheet missing, Sean, da-di-da-di-da. And at that time, he absolutely did not know me from Adam, didn't know me at all. And are you sure, mate? Are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a genuine bloke, cocker. I won't rip you off. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, absolutely everything. So if I've got a certain standing, if you will, that I'm not going to jeopardize the guys who watch me or the people who put their trust in me to run this club. I won't jeopardize that. So I'm definitely a genuine bloke. He actually went into his things there, and he said, I'll just go and check the other 3 packs that I've got. Went and checked those, came back to me and said, you're absolutely right, Mark. They're missing out of the other 3 packs as well. Thanks for the heads up, mate. I will get onto my supplier and I will get that sheet to you as soon as possible. It will it come with the next sort of 10 to 14 days. I mean, it was no drama. But from that, because we've been chatting, we formed a nice friendship. And when I started having a look at this SGS Model Store, I'm quite, bloody hell, he only lives, he sort of operates off Junction 46 on the M1 in West Yorkshire, which ironically, I actually work on Junction 45 on the M1. So when the sheet came, and he said, yeah, I said, well, can I just nip up and get him in my dinner? And he said, unfortunately not, mate, because I don't sort of have the insurance, if you will. Hiya, Paul. Evening. I'm just having a call, mate. He didn't have the insurance for me to go up to his house and get that kind of thing. So he actually sent them through the post. So while we were chatting, SGS Sean, like I said, got to know him, got to know what he's all about, and said, look, we run a model club not far from you. If there's any chance that you can come down, bring some glue, some tape, some filler, and all that sort of kind of thing, and try and sell it if you want. And Sean has been on board with us for over a year now. Doesn't come every meeting, comes on the 2nd meeting of the month, and brings his stuff down. Okay. So John sent you the postcode there. So hopefully, Pete, I hope that answers your question. Yes, the gimbal thing, I'd love one, mate. It's just a matter of sort of like how much to invest in that. I knew that I'd always wanted one.
personally wanted one because I watched. I've been onto YouTube and I've typed in phone gimbals, and I've seen them all where you can sort of like do all this. I'm dancing in my chair and tilt and pan and I've watched all the videos, my friend, and they look absolutely fantastic. But like I said, at the minute, just coming out of Christmas, got a few bits that I need to see to on my car. And one thing or another, life, I think they call it, dude. Life just sort of gets in the way. Okay. So, good evening, Paul. Are you well?
Good evening, Marcus. Yes, I am. I am well.
Thank you.
I'm well.
Thank you very much, sir. Just so what I've done, obviously, just waiting for you to come on while you've had your tea there, mate. Thanks for popping on. Got a dozen folk watching. So club today. So what I've done, Paul, is I've actually played the promotional video just to sort of like fill a bit of time.
Right.
And then I was chatting to Paul because I literally, Paul that you can see on screen now, Paul is from the world. And I do literally chat on FaceTime with Paul literally every single night, if I'm absolutely honest. And, you know, when I posted pictures of the bike that I've just finished doing and how long did that take? It took 105 hours. I haven't got a little start-stop, but I know what time I come in my shed and I know what time I go to bed. And Paul, for literally since I started that, and well before then, to be honest, me and Paul is literally my brother from another mother. He lives all the way over in the world. He's got a couple of bike issues at the moment. If he didn't have, or if he lived round the corner, I know for a fact, and Paul, you can back this up, you'd literally be at every single club, mate, wouldn't you?
I would, mate. Yes, very much so. I love it.
Very much so.
I have watched.
Have you watched today's vlog?
What's today's video, mate? Absolutely bang and turn out, mate. Well pleased.
Yeah, mate. Absolutely. Chatting with Paul last night again till early hours because Paul is currently building a Dauntless. Paul only builds one in 32. It's just Paul's thing. And I've just finished the bike off a 1 in 9. And then decided for some reason to take on Tacom's. I can't even pronounce it, can I, Paul? It's Feldum Schlagerat, FUG 2.5 ton, which is, I will show it to my camera, which is a fork truck. Okay.
Show box art, man.
As what, mate?
Show the box art.
Show the box art. Oh, you're a pain. It's chuffing ass. It's over there. So,
go on, then leave it.
So, I'm chatting with Paul. Like I said, I chat with Paul every single night. And we don't just talk about modelling, do we, Paul? We talk about all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's what building. Tacom kit. And Lewis did warn me about the instructions, but we'll get to that in a minute. I digress. So chatting with Paul last night, and you know, I always go live after the club because I like to engage. The reason that I like to engage, and again, John, this is for you, is because I know you've asked for postcode, when we meet, what time we meet, etc., etc. So I'm going to run through everything that we do in an unscheduled topic, and I'm sure that Paul will back me up 100% on what we do because I've had Paul in my garage. That's where I build. I've had Paul doing a Spotlight Star, which again I'll cover off in a little bit. So, club today, we have now got 32 members on the books. We have sort of dropped that down a little bit because end of the day, people come and go. But for the guys who haven't been, you know, for the last sort of 6 months, it's pointless me writing the name down on the register every sort of session for them not to turn up. So we have done a few changes, but we've also added a few people as well. Now, so today out of 32, we've had 22. And if you will that as a percentage, 22 out of 32, I'm sure it's pretty good. In attendance then, so myself and Chris Barlow, who you saw on the video doing the Fokker. Derek, who I've made the Facebook banner, which is answering your question there, John. Do you have a Facebook page? We do. So Derek's made the banner this time, following on from Martin Radford through and Jean. And again, one of the things that I'm doing in 2024 to celebrate the club is making people the banner. And it's absolutely working a treat because I'm taking very, not sly photographs, but when people genuinely don't know I'm taking a photograph. And I'm trying to use those sort of real, you know, it's a real shot, Paul. Instead of somebody going, getting it some of that, I'm trying to use different shots. Young Lewis in today, never misses 3 out of 3. Heath, who's coming from Doncaster, other side of Doncaster, 3 out of 300%. Ian never misses 3 out of 3. Trev Grace popped in today, had a catch up with Trev. Davey House. Dave, we love Dave House. Dave has had such a turmoil, traumatic last
turbulent
6 months, turbulent 6 months. Bless him. He's had an operation on his ankle. It ain't gone quite what we all would hoping it will go into. And Dave, if you're watching, I know you're watching, mate. If you sat there nodding your head now, it must be so frustrating because I know from your past, you know, fishing, walking, being actively mobile and just doing to being lamed up, mate. It must be an absolute nightmare. Bill Jones in today. Bill, honorary member, 3 out of 3. Ange and Mark, unfortunately, couldn't make it. Mark's not feeling too great at the moment. Jean and Andy, and I will cover them. In fact, I'm going to put my pen down. I'm going to cover them right now. So, Paul, one of the things we do, as you know, we have competition every year. And we have that in November. The reason that we have it in November is you've sort of like got to imagine, if you will, November to November. So when we have our first meeting in November, we have the AGM. And at the AGM, we talk about the money that we've raised, the causes that we've helped, our standing in the community, what charity we're going to support the following year. And we also talk about next year's competition. So in the first meeting in November in 2023, we actually set the goals for what we wanted to do for competition and for the club in 2024, and we came up with this six genre sort of theme, if you will, for competition. And it's all right having loads and loads of themes, Paul. But you know, it's only fair that as a club, there's a reward at the end of that, and the reward is trophies, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's point of entering? So we're coming into our 7th year, and we have we're very, very aware that year 10, even though it's 3 years away. Oh, Mark, forget it, mate. It's 3 years away. Well, in here, I can't because I've got 7 years of club behind me, and I know how quickly it goes. So I'm sort of gearing my head around year 10 merch, year 10 competition, and the whole year 10 anniversary celebration, if you will. But Andy Norfolk and Jean, Andy Norfolk, this kicked us off today. And we've been down to the trophy shop this morning, Paul. I've taken Andy with me.
Yeah.
And that's basically to pick out from the massive brochure that the lady's got there, Carol, lovely lady. And she said, right, what would you like for your trophies this year? And we've flicked it through, mate, and we've picked some absolute beautiful, beautiful trophies for this year, including a first place absolute overall winning trophy as well. So first week in November, AGM, and then obviously the second Saturday we don't meet. Third Saturday of every November we have the competition on. And then we are slightly changing it up this year, Paul. So normally we have competition, and on competition day, we sort of like hand out the trophies and the awards and the photographs and the rounds of applause and a well done everybody. This year we have changed it, and we are super excited. Paul's putting a thumbs up. We are super excited about what we're going to do, because we don't know of any other club, Paul, that has done what we're gonna do, or has even discussed what we're gonna do. Down at Sesku, when I set the club up 7 years ago, set it up with a couple of more gentlemen, and you can tell, you know, you've got to have a pair of balls on you to go live streaming and make videos, so you can tell I'm not shy coming forward. And as the driving force of that club back 7 years ago, I had three things that I wanted to drive the club on forward. So number one, Paul, it's got to be enjoyable for everybody that comes. It don't matter whether you build planes, ships, cars, bikes, tanks, whatever. Come and enjoy the club. Number two, it's got to make a pound. So again, you know, we have to charge subs because we've got to pay rent and we've got to pay insurance. And we always said it's just got to make £1 English sterling. That's all it's got to make. So whatever we're doing, when we create new merch, we get it at a price off the clothing place. And we'll just put £1 on top. If we get a beanie, a hat, a coaster, a cup, whatever it is, it's just £1 on top. We just want to make £1, because all that money then comes back into the club and lets us discount things that we get for the people at club. It's literally like a big circle, Paul. And then the last one, if it can't make £1, it's got to be good PR. And I absolutely drive this club 100 miles an hour every single day, trying to make sure that it's not just good for me because I get a kick out of it, which I do, but it's got to be good for every arse that fills the seat. Absolutely every single one. We're not IPMS. We're not IPMS. We are independent. Sesku and Emsworth Community Scale Model Club. We're not IPMS. The reason that we're not IPMS is very, very simple. We say who, we say when, we say how much, we say where, we say. Now, even though there's a 5-man admin run this club, and at the minute, a great 5-man admin. We've had different admins through the years. And I almost sound a bit like Fergie at the minute, you know, when the football pundits say, name your best team. In fact, when anybody says, name the best team, and all those people that don't get mentioned, they'll be watching that video going, how come I didn't get a chuffing mention? The team that we've got at the minute that's running the club, very, very hands-on, know exactly what they're doing, but also I would absolutely say they appreciate the amount of work that I put in, and they are literally at the back of me, you know, shoulder to shoulder on helping me out to make sure that every single person that comes, whether it's Paul from the Wirral, whether it's me from round the corner, whether it's going to be John from Hull, Graham from Cleethorpes, at the end of the day, coming to a club twice a month, right, especially over a distance, and committing yourself to that type of frequency, when the be all and end all, we've got the wives, the boyfriends, the girlfriends, the husbands, the missuses, the misters, the kids, your other friends, and everybody's sort of pulling on your time to commit to twice a month to come to a club. It's got to be worth coming, hasn't it, Paul? It's got to be worth it, mate.
And it is.
Thank you very much, because ultimately, you know, to me, on the first and third Saturday of every single month, except December, because obviously it's too close to Christmas, but to do 20, 22, 23 meetings a year, we don't demand that you come when you come. But we always say that bums on seats pays rent, and it is that simple. And And Neil's finding that out at the minute. Bums on seats pays rent. The admin that sells, we don't take a penny out of running this club. We don't charge for his time. We don't get a wage. We don't get any hidden benefits. We just do it all for free. And today, for example, I've taken Andy down to the trophy shop. And the reason that I asked Andy to come with me today, Paul, was because Andy's is very much he's normally on the stream, to be honest, and I would still be saying the thing if he were on the stream. There's certain people within every single club that you are part of, whether it's your badminton club, your snooker club, whatever. There are certain individuals who are literally core through and through. And if you cut that person in half, if I cut Andy Norfolk in half, he would literally piss sesku blood out of his body, because he loves coming. He very rarely misses at all, ever. He loves bringing Gene. He loves building. He loves the banter that he has with Bill and me and Dave and Clem and absolutely everybody there. And he's been coming since day one as Andy. And after 7 years, I'm not trying to embarrass the fella. We talked about it in November last year, and we were talking about, in January we're going to start the 7th year, and I want to make it great for competition, and we want some really nice gold trophies. And obviously I know the price of that and how much it costs and how much we normally spend on trophies, one thing and another. And Andy said, please, mate, can I help get the club trophies for 2024? We were in McDonald's at the time on his way to Telford. And I said, no, don't talk ridiculous. Everybody pays subs. It'll all come round in the end. And he went, do you know what, Mark? I absolutely insist on helping. So I've invited him down this morning. I've given Andy the final choice. We narrowed it down to 2. And I said, what do you think? And he went, I do like that one. And I said, right, well, that's the one that we're going to go for then. And Andy, bless him, is proper helped us out. So in 2024, we've got 6 categories. We've got aircraft, or basically, I'm going to say if it flies, but not necessarily true. It's mechanically flown. It's aircraft, it's helicopters and that kind of thing. So on the day, if somebody comes with a dragon, Paul, and goes, well, you weren't specific enough, that flies. I'm just like, after I've given him a get real, mate, come on, play the game. We know what we're doing. So category 1, if it flies. Category 2 is if it goes along the road. So whether it's on tracks or wheels, road tracks, railway tracks, basically, if it's touching the earth and it's moving, that's the second class. Third class, so we've covered the sky, we've covered the earth, let's cover the waves. And it's nautical, so if it's on the waves or under the waves, that's ship, sailing boat, cruise liner, hovercraft, anything like that. Oh, hang on a minute, Mike. Hovercrafts go on land. Have a minute. Right. We were laughing about it. I will get to the end of it in the end. So we've covered land, sea and air. We're also doing busts as well, so that people that don't build that kind of thing can enter competition and say, well, here's my bust of, Winston Churchill, or some futuristic lady with a monkey on her shoulder, whatever. Figures and busts, Paul. The next one, I've missed one out, actually. So we've talked about the sky. Let's talk about if it goes higher than the sky. That's into space, isn't it? So next category, space, your spacey, sci-fi type of things, your Star Trek-y, your Star Wars-y, that type of thing. And the last one is bus and dioramas. Now, not bus and dioramas, dioramas. So dioramas, like with the bike that I posted on the Facebook the other day, it's just a standalone bike. But you've watched the vlog, you've just watched the club vlog today, and you've seen Graham's bike that is put on a circular base with a little bit of grit on it. So that changes a standalone category 2 on the road into a diorama. Because at the end of the day, we've got to draw the line somewhere. Okay. So, like I said, Andy's been down with me to in Scribery in Ackworth today, and we've done the trophies. Paul Patton in attendance today. He's with his lad tonight, doing football cards. Let's just have a look. But 2 out of 3. No Radders today. Must be at work. Graham Sanderson. So happy birthday for Graham, whose birthday must be very soon. And again, it's one of the things that we do down at club. I've got everybody's month of birth here at the side of me. And when it's your birthday, if it falls between the 1st of the month and the 15th of the month, halfway, we class that as letter A. And if it's between the 16th and the end of the month, it's letter B. And Graham falls on A, February, which means his birthday, Paul, must be between the 1st and the 15th. And you don't pay subs on your birthday meeting.
Yeah, free day.
Free day. Shanna popped in 2 out of 3. Andy Simpson, no show today. Barry, lovely to see Barry. Spitfire on the vlog there. Chris Smith, Mr. Chris. Again, birthday, free subs day. Rob Smith sent me a message last night and said, I'll see you tomorrow, mate. Can't wait, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, didn't make it. Dale only makes the second meeting. Craig, who's a category 7, level 7 builder, not a 1, builds for fun. He's a level 7 builder, same as me. If it's not right, do it again. Alan Stringer popped in. Doug Tuck, always nice to have outside of me. Simon building the 3 aircraft that I showed right at the beginning of the vlog. Andy White, figures, and Marky Mark. Did you notice watching that vlog then, Paul? I'm like, is anybody just building a goddamn aeroplane? Do you know what I mean? It's like, what are you building? Figures and busts. What are you built? Figures. Gene building this sort of cheese cart.
Cheese market.
Cheese sellers. And when I finally got round to Gene, it finally went, will somebody just show me a goddamn aeroplane?
I would have liked to have seen Shadow's bike. Shadow wasn't at his desk when you were going around. But I spotted he had a bike on his bench, like on his space.
Yeah, I missed that. 22 people in today. Sesku and Hemsworth Community Scale Model Club 22. Do you know what I'm going to do, Paul? I've got my phone here, mate, because I need to know. I need to know.
What do you need to know?
I'm going to tell you in a minute. Let me just get rid of that. 70% attendance today, which is absolutely fantastic. Brilliant stuff. Do you know what? I'm just going to, because where's my mouse? I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Paul.
Go on.
I'm just going to change my camera, mate, to that one. Because I keep looking over here, but my eyes also sort of like over here looking at my monitor as well, I'm going to end up with eyes like one in Wakefield and one in Chuffing Doncaster at this rate. So, John, let me answer your question and get our Paulie involved. Do we have a Facebook page, Paul? I'll ask the questions, you do the answers.
Yeah, we do have a Facebook page. It's Sesku and Hemsworth. Well, Facebook, just search for Sesku and Hemsworth Community Scale Model Club.
There you go, mate. Simple as that. Search for Sesku and Hemsworth Community Scale Model Club. Okay, so on the Facebook group, we're also on Google. We're also on YouTube, although I don't post as much on that one. I tend to post on my own a lot these days. So we meet
Yeah,
on the first and third Saturday of the month. We start in January and we run all the way through till December now. So December for us, Paul, quite a special month. We do meet on the first Saturday, but what do we do on the second Saturday of the month?
We go shopping because we have a savings club, don't we? We have a savings club, which is fantastic.
Absolutely, mate.
So,
Absolutely.
you know, obviously, when you come along for your visit, you can deposit, say, £5, £10, £3,
whatever you want.
Whatever you want. Deposit that with. Is it with yourself, Mark? Is it or just admin
No,
in general?
Angie's looking after it this year for us. She's an absolute star.
So obviously you do all your visits throughout the year. Then come Christmas time, you got a nice little tidy sum to go shopping with. And I've done it before. It's brilliant. Loved it.
Happy days. Happy days.
It's a handy little thing to have and do. You know, you put yourself a little £5 or a tenner away per visit. Come end of the year, you got like, I'm no good at maths, but it's about, well, depending on how much you put away.
I'll tell you what.
You got like 25 weeks worth of money, 23,
yeah.
24, 5 weeks worth of money.
Yeah, so 23. So basically, if you came to every single meeting and throw 10 quid in your tin, come Christmas shopping day, we pay you all that back out, and you're going Christmas shopping with 230 quid. Now, the bonus of that is the place where we go, because we go and spend an absolute fortune, and it is a fortune. The guy there, he discounts us 10% at the basket. Now, that's not 10%. Oh, you can't have 10% off that because you can't. No, it's 10% off your basket.
Can I just say, for anybody who's watching as well, if you want to like try and if you want to experience it, there is a video on the YouTube channel of Christmas Day just gone, Christmas shopping day just gone.
Absolutely,
there's a video of that up there if you want to go and check that out. See what people are spending the money on.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, happy days. Yeah, so superb. So in theory, you're not saying you might have saved 230 quid, but in hard facts, you're getting 230 quid back plus £23 because it knocks you 10% off at your basket. And that's off absolutely anything that he's got in. Everything that you can touch, that you'll put in your basket, that you'll take to the counter, he'll knock you 10% off. So, first and third Saturday of the month between 9:30, John says Facebook pending. My phone will ping in a minute, mate. Between 8:30, official time's 9 o'clock, and 1 o'clock. A couple of days, Paul, we have an extended day.
Yeah. Usually for my benefit, isn't it? Sort of thing, because...
To be absolutely fair, mate, yes and no. Yes and no. I'm going to say yeah, it is, because what we can do is...
But it helps me out, Mark, doesn't it? It helps me out, because I can have a good session.
A good sesh. Now, when you look at 70% attendance today, when you look at that, right, because Club's not just about sticking and gluing. Club is a lot more about the social aspect as well. That's that's my my daughter's just messaged me, thank you. So out of 22 people that have been in today, 1, bear with me, 2, 3, 4. 4 people 4 people didn't do any modeling, because we go there for the social aspect of it, which brings me on to John. I've got your request to join the Facebook page now. Talking about the extended club day, Paul coming all the way from the Wirral. We have Graham that comes. What Graham will do? Graham will come on one. He might miss one. He might come 2, might miss 2, but he comes, and he comes from Cleethorpes. It's an hour and 11 minutes away. What's your journey time, Paul?
I think it's getting on for about 2 hours. It's been a while since I've done it, but I think it was about 2 hours. I think that one time I come up, Mark, I didn't get up there till about 5 o'clock. Got stuck in traffic, didn't I?
Did, mate,
that was a nightmare that day. But anyway, yeah, but still,
absolutely.
Got to do the Mackies. I have to do the Mackies on the way up as well. I come up on my little 125 one day, didn't I? Wasn't
I know, mate.
Yeah. Little 125 fucking moped thing.
Yeah.
Come up on that one day. That was a fun day.
So
it's like a little day trip for me. It's great.
Little day out, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what we do for that is obviously we do pay rent by the hour on the place that we go on. But every now and again, especially sort of like once the warm weather starts coming through, and we try and get a couple in summer, we have extended club days. We do extend it till sort of like, well, first time we ever tried it, we did it till 6 p.m. And it turned out that like from about 3:30, I was sat there like that. So the next time that we did it, we kicked it back to about 4:30. Next time we did it, we kicked it back till about 3 o'clock. And everybody said, you know what, 3 o'clock, it's absolutely sound, it's 3 o'clock. So we kicked it back to 3 o'clock. But it does give people who have come a long, long way time to sit, not feel rushed. So when Paul comes called in at Mackie's on the way, however, another benefit of club, Butty Run.
Which I'm yet to experience that, yes.
Okay. So the place where we used to meet at a place called the Burntwood Centre, which was an old school that obviously, because it's a school, it's got a built-in proper kitchen with proper industrial ovens and everything. It got finished as a school, and the local council took over it and run it as a school for disadvantaged kids. Some call them naughty kids. We're calling them disadvantaged kids. We're going to play the game. But obviously the kitchen was still there, and the young lad, Ilya, that used to do all the meals for all the teachers and all the disadvantaged kids, Monday to Friday, on the first and third Saturday of the month, he'd open up for us and he'd do us butties. But because the school then got taken away from the council, we were forced to find somewhere else. We found a butty shop. It's literally round the corner from the club. And on the Facebook page, what I normally do on a sort of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday before club is I'll say, Butty Run, who wants a butty? You put your order on, and that's anything from sausage sandwich up to a full English superstar breakfast. The girl brings it at 10:30 on club day. She takes all the sandwiches and what have you into the kitchen, into the little canteen there. You go, pay her, come back to the desk, eat your sandwich, model on.
Brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. It is brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. As I say, I'm yet to experience that yet, but from what I've seen of it, it's like, yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, Trevor had half a pig on his bread cake today. So, so let's go back a little bit. So, Savings Club. Just to reiterate, then, Savings Club. I hope you're noting all these things down, jotting them down, remembering them all, forgetting them all, whatever. So, the Savings Club. So, like Paul says, you can put in as much or as little as you want. There's no commitment. It's not like Ange, who's running Savings Club. She ain't going to come round to your table and go, money. If you don't want to put in, you don't put in. It's as simple as that. It's entirely for the benefit of the people who come. So me, Mrs., 2 kids, da-di-da. And I know that once it comes to Christmas shopping day or Telford or Bolton or Leeds show, any of them shows, and you're walking around and you're thinking, oh, that's nice, that's 50. Oh, that's nice, that's 50 quid. Oh, that's nice, that's 50. I can't just go, card. cash. I can't do that. I can't do it. The savings club, absolutely. If you start out in January, so Paul, I wanted an MAS Italieri MAS. I think it's a 568 boat this year. I've built that Zundap. I want another one, etc., etc. You can go to savings. You can come to savings club. You can come to club and say, "Chuck us 20 quid. We give you a card." Everything gets written down in the book, in the card. You get receipts, the whole lot. Nobody has ever come to us in December and said, "I'm 20 quid short." Nobody. Because everything is absolutely super checked. Not only is it super checked at the end of the year, every couple of months I'll say, "Give us your card," and we look in the book at how much you've saved, and we tot up your card on how much you've saved, and it equals. Now, for example, if you say, "Oh, I've saved 80 quid on my card," and we look in book and it says, "Oh, you've only saved 60, because we've got a written record of everything, we just turn the page, oh, chuffing, no, I didn't write that 20 quid on. Sorry, mate. And through the year, it gets checked, double checked, triple checked, quad checked, and it's never, ever wrong. Never wrong. What else do we do? So, Butty Run, Savings Club, first and third Saturday, extended club days. What can you do, John? What can you do there? You're coming all the way over from Hull, potentially. I'm going to say potentially. You're coming all the way over from Hull. You might walk in on the first session, and we know what it's like when you're a stranger. Paul, in any environment, you're coming into Grown Misters, and you're like, "Well, I know them because I've seen them on YouTube," but you know, still that little bit, a bit of trepidation. And so for your first meeting, mate, we don't charge you. Okay, it's free, so that you can come. What we say is, don't come with anything to build. Come with an open mind. Order a butty, free tea and coffee for your session as well. Come and just literally have a walk round, hands in pockets, chatting with lads. "Oh, yo, I've seen YouTube. I've done this. I've seen that. Blah, blah. I've just joined your Facebook page." And literally just you sort of like putting little potholes in the ice, aren't you? Just to sort of familiarize yourself. So your first meeting's free. When you come for your second meeting, if you can't do it next one, the next time that you come, that's also free. But for that one, we'll say, "Well, bring a bit of summer, have a seat, find a seat, get cracked on." But entirely up to you. If you want to say, "Oh, I'll still have a walk round, I'll do this and I'll do that," it's your shout, right? But it's our club, but you're the members that keep it going. And then we don't actually say, would you mind putting your hand in your pocket until the third meeting? And how much do we ask for? For a 4-hour session, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Is it 4 hours? It's your 4 hours. We literally charge you £4. That's it. £4. So it's £1 an hour. £1 an hour. What can you go out and get for £1 an hour these days? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So it's not pro rata. If you're only going to stay £1, if you're only going to stay an hour, I'm not charging you £1. It's £4. What that £4 does, it helps pay the rent. And like I said to you earlier, it helps pay the full public liability insurance, not just for when you're at club, but also when we go and do shows and events. We're all covered. We're all covered on that. Okay. Paul, one of your favourite topics, fill your boots, mate.
Oh, yeah, merchandise. Yeah, man. Yeah, hoodies, T-shirts. Hats. Mugs. Yeah, man, your hoodies, man. But yeah, merch. Yeah, merch, man. T-shirts. Pretty much renewed every year, aren't they, Mark?
What we do is
it's new designs pretty much every year, isn't it?
Yeah, more or less. You're not far off, mate. We've got we haven't got a general rule of thumb. I'll tell you what happens, mate. So number one, we use. Paul is absolutely right. I'll tell you what you can get for club merch. You can get polo shirts that have got a collar on. You can get breathable t-shirts. You can get pullover hoodies. You can get Zuddies, which is a hoodie with a zip up. You can get a soft shell jacket, a fleece, a beanie, a peaked hat, a cup, a badge, a coaster, a pair of leather chaps.
Which are extremely comfortable, by the way. I mean,
yeah, in the summer. So club merch, right? So we use a local to us embroidery service. It's a single lady operation. It's run by a lady called Gail, and Gail runs Glow Clothing. We went to her about 2 or 3 years since, because we used to be with a multinational company, but they started making demands on us by saying you can only order 10 hoodies. You can only a minimum order, basically, and it got a little bit irritable, really, because at the beginning of the year, I'd say, I've designed this new club merch. Who wants one? Boof! All the hands went up, and I put an order in for 20, 22, 23, 25 hoodies. But then you've got to remember that in March, we might get a new starter. And in July, we might get 2 new starters. And they'd obviously look and say, loving them T-shirts, Mark. Can I have one? Yes, mate, of course you can. I'd go to the company and I'd say, here's my order. It's 1 T-shirt, 2 hoodies and a beanie hat. And they were like, nah, mate, nah, we're not doing that. So I'll drop them, because at the end of the day, I need, and you'll understand this, my title on screen. It's not actually on screen at the minute. My title on screen is it's the gaffer. There's got to be somebody that says, no, not doing that. I will get somebody that will bend to us. Went to see Gail at Glow Clothing, who's an absolute brilliant machinist with the embroidery. Fantastic customer service and great prices. And I said to her, first question I said to her, Paul, well, look, if I come and I need a hoodie, can you do it? She's like, yeah. If I need 2 T-shirts and one of them's in a kid size, can you do it? Most definitely.
Show people the logo, Mark, behind you if you can, or...
Yes, so, well, the club logo, that's the Phoenix. That's embroidered.
That's embroidered, isn't it, Mark? Yeah.
That one's embroidered on, Cocky, yeah, it is.
Superb.
So what I'm going to do is, let me see if I can share my screen. Let me see if I can share my screen. Okay. And come into, let me just get rid of that one, because I've got absolutely all sorts going off here. And I have literally got all sorts. I'm going to come into that one and make that smaller. I'm going to go into that one and drag it across here. So let me just have a look here. If I have a look, so that is that's our club page. That's our club page. Okay, that's my daughter chatting away, and the rooster, and Paulio, and Jim, and Lou, and everybody else. So that's the club page. Can you see that, Paul? Is it coming up on your screen?
I can. Yeah. There's the banner. There's yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In fact, let me start at the top. Look, there's our Derek, and I've got Derek on. I've made Derek the banner this time.
Because admin for today's vlog.
There we go. So Derek is this time. Derek joined us while we resided in the Lawson hut, and it's an absolute pleasure to have this true, quiet gentleman with us. Very methodical in his modelling. Derek leaves no stone unturned, and a little bit of a laughy face here, and will gladly rub a 400 grit board down to glass to get that seam right. Derek's very, very methodical on what he does. Now, so if I click on more, No, I actually wanted, what I wanted were photos. And I'm not sure where my photos are on this page. I might just have to make that page a little bit bigger. Media, files, events. Do you know what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where
Go to the top of that one, Mark, I think. Very top of that one.
Is it files? It's not files, is it? It's photos that I'm looking for, mate.
Media.
It's photos. It's none of them. No, it's none of them, mate. It's usually there across there. It's usually with discussion featured, all that sort of thing. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to search on for merch. Let me just have a look and see if it comes up on merch. We've got the old style one there, Paul.
Yeah, 2020.
2020. You can see there we've got Rob in Canada. That's talking about a distance member. And everybody there, look, that's ordered the merch. I'm sure that your face is going to pop up here somewhere, Paul, because
you don't want to see that.
There we go. There's Paul's back. So this is our photo album for 7 years old. That's the majority of the people that turned up on that day. That were in 2022, Paul, and I do believe that that's you right there.
That is me, yes. Was that the 24-hour bill, Mark, was it?
No, it was after, mate. If you look there, the lady there, that's actually Gail.
Oh, yeah. That's she does the clothing, isn't it?
Cups and mugs, John, and a #1 dress shirt as well, and that little phoenix there, that's embroidered on. That's Paul's back.
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back with the Spitfire on. Yes, we've been in a magazine. That's the original club badge that I did 7 years ago. No cups. We also do an absolute shitload of raising money for charity. Remind me to talk about that one. Our lid in his club shirt, looking very, very dapper. And again, charity run that we did. That was for cancer research. That was a fantastic year. That was at Bolton, IPMS Bolton show in 2023, where we actually won the best display table, did our club on the day. Fantastic achievement for that one. Again, handing cash over to local causes. Our bill looking quite the part. And then a couple of club pictures. Paul Patton's Telford Gold winning scrap diorama. Craigie from 2023 taking the best overall winner. Cups and medals from competition. Lewis, typical club day. All great stuff. Nattering through. Our Trev, our Ange, member of the year. We need to cover that one. Kits for Kids. I'm not sure if you're aware, John, of the Kits for Kids project that I did last year. Airfix badge for winning the Bolton best table. Rue and Jean ordering the Max.
Road trip.
That is Telford, where Paul Patton is discussing with that gentleman there. That's Michael from Airfix. That's Paul Pat talking about all the builds that Paul had put in. Our Jean and our Ange, Road Chick, Hot Wheel Girls. Road Trip again, Lewis and Doug Tuck filling the boots at Mackey's. Kits for Kids projects. Overall winner, Craigie Stins, competition winner 2023 with absolutely fantastic piece there. That was Christmas dinner. That's another one that we do, mate. Getting the kids involved if we can, where we can. Me and Paul Pat delivering to Barnsley Hospital, Kits for Kids. Club merch, cufflinks, shirts, waistcoat. Original club badge.
Me at Wakefield, Pinderfields Hospital, kits for kids last December. Here we go. So this is the new line. This is the new line. The ladies, or one lady in particular, wanted a pink hoodie, Paul. Obviously, she's a girl. So we've bowed to getting Jeannie all dressed in pink. You can see if I zoom in and if I just scroll down. So this is the breathable T-shirt front and back.
I'll be having one of them this year, I reckon, man.
Yeah, mate. Soft shell,
soft shell,
fleeces, hoodies. In fact, that's actually the Zuddy. So that's a hoodie with a zip up the front. And that's done by Glow Clothing in Featherstone, because they're absolutely superb. There you go, Glowing Featherstone. Sesku and Emsworth Community Scale Model Club, come and join the best. We are the original and the best. Number 7, Club Bird. That's me in an old hoodie. That one's 4 years old. We did blue. We did a navy blue with that particular eagle on the front, names on the side, and then I'm standing in front of a mirror there so that you can see, if I can just zoom in on that and pull that down. So we basically had that crest in a circle in the back. Sesku and Emsworth Community Scale Model Club, established 2017, which is when we were formed. Look at that handsome bugger there, Paulio.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. But looking quite the part. Thank you very much. And there you go. So I can get rid of that screen. I can make this one a little bit bigger. So merchandise, yeah. Basically, if we can, if we can put our club name on it, we will do, because we get great deals for all the people that come to club. So as part of your subs payment, I've already said it's £4 a session. With the rent that we pay and the full public liability insurance that we pay, obviously over the year we do accumulate money. A lot of that money we use for wristbands for shows. Because we have to buy them, and we also have to buy our tables now. So, for example, Bolton show that war, you get so many tables for free, but then you have to pay 12 quid per extra table. We use the money to buy equipment. We use the money to discount merch. And again, for example, all that stuff that I've just shown you on the screen there, it all costs money, done everything. But what we'll do is we'll say, and it is done on a pro rata basis, the more times that you've come through the year, the bigger discount that you'll get off your merch, because that's only fair. I can't say if you come once in the year and then want 20 quid off a 40 quid hoodie, I'm going to turn around and go, yeah, of course you can, because I'm not. Not when somebody's been to every single meeting and put in 22 times more subs than what somebody has that's been once, and also acknowledge them with 20 quid off a 40 quid hoodie. It's not, it just don't work out. It's not fair, basically. It's not cricket. It's just not cricket, is it? So there were a couple of things in there, Paul, that I was going to talk about, and I've forgotten, look, already.
Was it what to do with merch, or you got to mention the 24-hour build, haven't you, the charity work?
Let's do charity work. So,
you know, we'll elaborate on that, Mark. You know what I mean? But before you do, I shall return.
I shall return. You go and do what you need to do. Man alone. Okay, no drama. Right. So, when the club was founded, it has to be great for everybody. It has to make a pound, or it has to be good on PR, because through social media, especially over the last 10 years, in brackets, whenever, social media, as you know, as I know, has absolutely exploded everywhere. And if you've got a smartphone,
John, and everybody that's watching, you turn it on, you turn Facebook on, you're absolutely inundated with advertisements because people just want your 15, 30 seconds of attention. That's all they want. TikTok as well. It's literally, you know, my missus, she'll just sit there literally numb-minded, just flicking through TikTok. Through the power of social media, it has a massive, massive influence. Now, in the past, when we first started club, you know, we'd say, look, we need to get into a magazine. We need to get into local paper. We need to do this. We need to do that. And it's funny how the transition has turned in the last 7 years from we need to do that now to we need to post vlogs on YouTube. We need to show people what we're all about in a real life context. As part of the foundation of the club, let's talk about charity work. When I set the club up, first of all, we decided that year that we'd try and raise a little bit of money for a bit of a charity.
A food bank, man.
As what, love?
Wasn't the first effort for a food bank or something?
First effort. One of our members, his wife had been diagnosed with cancer, so we did cancer research. And that, again, when I talk about having a great admin on your shoulder, right, and helping you out, you can't believe the amount of work that goes into even applying to legally raise money on the goddamn street. You'll get hold of Cancer Research UK and you'll say, we'd love to help you. Have you got a bit of a thing where you can send us some stickers? We've got some buckets and da-di-da-di-da. Do we need permission to do this? Yes, you do. Here's your stickers. You need to contact your local council, your local authority, emailing Wakefield Council. We're doing this. This is my name. This is my club. This is what we're doing. We apparently need to obtain a collector's license to be able to go onto the street with a bucket and go, Cancer Research. They said, you need a license. And we said, yeah, fine. Will you grant us one? No. Cancer Research UK need to give you a reference number that then you'll need to give back to us so that we can grant you that license. Email, hiya Cancer Research. You know the story. Emailed it across to Cancer Research. Cancer Research came back to us and said, we can't do that until we've got a so-and-so number from your local council saying that that's what you... And you know what? I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Well, for about 2 months. And in the end, like I've said previously, somebody has to go, no, listen, one of you, stop fucking me about. You give me the number, you listen, you give me the number so I can do this. You're starting to really, really piss me off. And people listened and they went, oh, yeah, okay, here's your numbers. So.
That's how it all got started, Mark.
Yes, mate. So in the first year, we raised £128.50 for Cancer Research. And that was literally just by going out on the street with a bucket. Year 2, we did nothing. And year 3, we did nothing. Simply because COVID hit. Don't forget, we were established in 2017. That runs through till 2018. In 2018, we were just getting ready to start a charity run. COVID hit, the start of COVID in 2018-19. That floored us out. When we came back, we did the local food bank. So when we choose a charity, it's either something extremely big, Paul, or it's something really close to home.
Close to the community, innit?
And, you know, again, with social media and the news and one thing or another, you're watching it and this poverty thing is kicking in, it's kicking in. And I said, do you know what? This year for his charity run, instead of raising money, what we'll do is we'll get hold of as many people as we can. We'll get as many prizes in as we can. And then we'll buy a book of raffle tickets. But to obtain raffle tickets, you as a member have to bring food in. for the food bank. And if you bring 1 box of cornflakes, I'll give you 1 raffle ticket. If you bring 1 bottle of Head and Shoulders, I will give you 1 raffle ticket, etc., etc. So the table at the end it was 3 tables just absolutely chock-a-block with food, nappies, everything that these people were literally craving for. We did the raffle. People took some great prizes home that people had donated. Bart Sharp donated 2 airbrushes for us. My boss donated 2 bottles of wine. We got people donating kits. We got people donating crates of beer, bits of food, all sorts of stuff. So the majority of the people went away with all that. The following day, I was very lucky enough, and I always consider myself lucky. I was lucky enough to be able to go down to the food bank with a boot full, and an old bloke came out and he went, "Can I help you, mate? Yeah, I've got some stuff in boot for you." Bumps, opens it up. He's like, "Jesus Christ!" I say, "Yeah, get your army out, mate." And we'd raised 300-400 quid's worth, which beat our cancer research total. Because
Must have been a hell of a feeling as well, Mark, isn't it?
Do you know what? I loved it. Absolutely loved it. The following year, we did Models for Heroes.
I was there.
We did Models for Heroes. So Paul's mentioned 24-hour build. So we've got one this year. We had one last year. We had one year before. 24-hour build. So who's going to build for 24 hours? Well, we are, because we're all dumb as shit. But once a year, we do club for 24 hours. We start on a normal club day, and this year it's the first meeting in May, which I do believe is the 4th, for a fact, because my calendar's there. So on Saturday, the 4th of May this year, at 9 a.m., Sesku Club will meet at club. At 9 p.m., we'll still be there, and we'll all be looking at old pizzas and shit, because we've just filled his faces. And we continue through Saturday night into Sunday morning, right through until 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. There's a Just Giving page set up already for the cause, which I will get to in a second. It's not mandatory. It's not compulsory that you come. You don't have to come for the entire 24 hours. You don't have to come first thing in the morning. You don't have to come last thing at night. You can come, go. Whatever you do, if you come for half an hour and then bugger off and come back at tea time. If you come for an hour and say, "That's me done, mate," that's absolutely fine, etc., etc. We have a Just Giving page. We have sponsor forms. We do a bit of a raffle, and we basically have a really long club day trying to raise as much money as we possibly can. So 2 years ago, we did Models for Heroes for Malcolm Childs. And we managed to raise, and I know this figure off the top of my head, because there's poignant moments in your life that stick out. We managed to raise £3,562 for Models for Heroes. £3,562 that went directly to Malcolm and the guys. Who really, really appreciated that. And we got a little certificate for that. And they didn't need to. We just did it because we just did it. The following year, we did the Air Cadets, I do believe. That was last year. So my daughter was in the Air Cadets for 5 years. And I know how much work they have to put in to raise absolute fucking peanuts. So they have to do backpacking at the supermarket. They have to do car park marshalling at your local galas and fetes. But for what they earn, for what they spend, it's literally nothing. And because Charlie were in cadets and says, I want to help you all this year. What do you need? And he says, we could do with 500 quid to go towards a new sort of PC screen. And we'd love that would help us because we're saving for a new console, a new PC type of thing with a joystick, and for the flying sim, Paul, for the flying sim,
like simulator, yeah.
And they the RAF babies, aren't the RAF cadets? So we went out last year, £500 target, and we raised £1,300 for them, which again, it absolutely blows your mind because not only could they buy the monitor, they actually could buy everything that they needed to fulfill their dreams there. And then this year, our chosen... Oh, sorry, I've missed one. So last year, I did Kits for Kids with Luke, the Black Rifle Model Works. If you didn't see that, I pumped the shit out of that, and so did Luke and the guys. And basically, our target was to raise £5,000 to be able to go to Airfix to buy 500 model kits. I had 5 different areas in the UK. Each area got a certain amount of kits, and then these guys took them to hospitals to hand out to kids who were going to stay in hospital over Christmas. How shit does that need to be? So, managed to raise the £5,000. Luke Dale at Airfix, he sent me 760 kits, which got distributed around the country. We all took them to our hospitals. Absolutely fabulous. And then this year, we've chosen a charity called Candle Lighters to support. They are based in Leeds in West Yorkshire. And the reason that we've got that is because one of our members, a lovely chap called Neil, he's got a grandson who, it turns out, and you just, when you have babies, when you have kids, when you start families, when you're looking at your child and you're bringing them up and you're raising them, something's not right. And you're still bringing your kids up, and it's granddads and nanas and loving and playing art and bikes, and something's not right. And you're going to school and you're learning to speak, to write, to draw, but something's not right. And there's something that wasn't right. Turned out this kid's 6-year-old, don't forget. It absolutely breaks my heart. This kid's 6-year-old. Turns out he's got a fucking tumour on his brain, right? Swearing. And the unfortunate thing is, and it's proper wrenching, it's not just here, Paul, where they can sort of like pop it out. This tumour, what an absolute bastard, has grown around the base of his brain stem where it goes into your neck. And they can't operate on it, mate. It's a killer. So Candlelighters, who are based in Leeds, where young Joseph's getting treatment, and his mum and dad are going to absolutely break their hearts. Candlelighters do all they possibly can to make it as good as they possibly can for the time that they've got. It's as simple as that. Okay. So, club this year, there is a Just Giving page open for that. And I am going to say to you right now, if you're watching live or if you're watching after, go on to Just Giving, find that page. It's under my name and it's for Candlelighters. And please chuck a couple of quid in. Obviously, it helps more than Neil and his grandson. It helps everybody who's under that umbrella. Okay. Look at me, I've got a tear in my eye. But that is how proud we are of doing what we can, whether it's cancer research, food bank, models for heroes, air cadets, or fucking poorly kids. We do whatever we can. We do it every single year. and I posted on my video the other day, I'm ever so lucky and ever so privileged that with the help of the club, my boss, my friends, my family, Luke, the Black Rifle team, everybody associated that supported us through the kit auction day last September. I can literally tag myself, blowing my own trumpet now, Paul. I can quite happily say over the last
deservedly so
5 years, mate, I've raised over £10,000 for charity. Smile. Happy days.
Anyway, can we just onto a lighter note, Mark? We touched earlier on Star from Afar.
Spotlight Star.
Spotlight Star. Yeah.
Spotlight
That's
Star.
Really that's a really cool, fun thing. I
need
like
to start that back up, mate. So I've had Paul on Spotlight Star. Let's lighten it back up. We're back in the room.
Yeah,
We're back in the room.
The general gist of it is. Oh, go on then.
Very much so. Let's have a look here. Paul's just sent me a message. Right. So Spotlight Star. Spotlight Star is the hobby. Let's get back into the hobby. So the hobby is great. It's social media orientated, but it's also
quite a personal thing.
It's also a very personal thing. I sit here in my shed. Paul sits in his shed, etc., etc. And it's nice to know what everybody's about, because when you come to club, you know, we sit in tables around the hall, and he sits with him every time, and she sits there, and he sits here. It's like if I said, "Tell me 3 things about Paul over there," you'd go, "Well, he's a Scouser, and he likes to build aeroplanes from World War II," and that's about it, really. So I introduced a feature called Spotlight Star, where every now and again I would interview, and the further down my videos, right down in the bowels of the videos, where I interview people like Paul, amongst others, and we have a chat. Dave Jackson's been on, Ru and Jean have been on. Who else has been on? You've been on. Rob Adams has been on from Canada. Spotlight Star. With Paul, obviously, because he's classed as a distance member, which means he don't live right corner. You guys are called Spotlight Star.
From afar.
From afar. Spotlight Star from afar. Absolutely.
But I love it. It's great because, like you said, it gives a proper insight of what the person's about. It's, you know, the likes, dislikes, and all that. It's brilliant. I love it. It's one of the best parts. Well, not the best part of it. It's a really cool, really interesting. It's fun. It's a fun little thing, like.
So I sit here thinking I'm Michael Goddamn Parkinson.
This is it was
yeah, I know.
Eamon Andrews.
Eamon Andrews, yeah, Mark Andrews, Eamon Andrews with the big red book. So we know Spotlight Star.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Go
right, club. What can you expect when you come to club, mate? When you come on your first one, just come, sit. Where's canteen? This is all you need to know. Where's kitchen and where's toilet? That's it. And have a walk around. Right. Second meeting, whenever it is that you come, you can bring a little bit if you want, or you can just do exactly the same. Fill your boots, teas and coffees, order a butty, mate, and get in, get sat. Meet the people. Ask them, what's your name? I've seen you on YouTube, etc., etc. From your third meeting, yeah, £4 a go. Not a great deal amount of money in that. So we also play bonus ball. We also play bonus ball. So what's bonus ball? Bonus ball is National Lottery bonus ball. So we have sheet of paper with 1 to 59 on it in squares. You buy a ball, they're £2 a piece. And basically, if there's 59 numbers, So if 50 numbers sell in January, for example, last month, that equates to 100 quid in income. The winner is determined by the bonus ball that is drawn on the last Saturday of the month, because sometimes there's 5 Saturdays in a month. And the winner takes 80% of the pot. And the club obviously takes the other 20%. So if there were 100 quids worth of balls sold, winner would get 80 quid, club would get 20 quid. Simple as that.
Brilliant.
Now, in January, nobody bought number 16, which turned out to be the winner. So when you divvy it up with the 80% and the 20%, that means that there's now £62 that's carried over into February. So if all the balls sell in February, that will generate 118 quid. 80% of that plus the 62 works out that February's bonus ball potential winning amount is £156. Now, it might be, for example,
imagine putting that in your Christmas kitty.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. Or nip into hobby shop, or MOT in your car, or whatever you want to do.
What to do with it, yeah.
Whatever you do. But let's say there's 59 balls, but let's say that only 58 of them sell and nobody buys number 10. And number 10 is drawn in February as the bonus ball winner. Well, that £62 from January gets put in the kitty. The money from February gets put in the kitty. Add them two together. And then we do another go again in March. And we only do it for 3 months. And after 3 months, we've got a system where we work out the nearest winner. But potentially, if you roll over for 3 months, you can be looking at 230 quid, which is a massive, massive jackpot. And that's a 3-month rollover.
£2 stake.
For a £2 stake. I know I'm not going to make you a millionaire, but it's nice. And I'll tell you what, Paul, I've done it a couple of times where I've been able to say to somebody 20, 40, 80, 120, 150, 180, 210, 220, 230.
It's like money for nothing, isn't it?
Mate, I'll tell you what, it's a great for me to be able to do that, but it's great for the recipient as well, because they're like, I can get in.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that coin, you've got to remember that 20% of all the income that's come in has gone into the club funds.
Yeah.
Great thing. Great thing.
Brilliant thing.
So you come into club. Obviously, you've watched the videos. What can I do at club? Can I glue and stick? Yes. Can I decal? Yes. Can I build? Can I use my sprue cutters? Can I use my sanding stick? Can I paint? Yes, you can. You can paint at our club.
Do you want to have a go of an airbrush?
Do you want to have a go at an airbrush? Because not only do we paint at the club, we've got the full airbrush setup as well, John. So if you want to come and you say, I've built this tank, I want to prime it today, I've brought me paint, I want to prime it, paint it, da-di-da-di-da. However, I've never used an airbrush in my life. Well, you've come to the right place, mate, because I teach it, and lots of other people teach airbrushing as well. Considered in the past to be quite the dark art. I'm sure that you'll comment whether you're an airbrusher or not. If you are, obviously you know the score. We get it all set up. We've got compressor, hose, airbrush. You bring a bit of thinner, you bring your paint, your pipettes, your glove, whatever you need to get cracked on. And if you've never done it before in your life and it frightens the absolute life out of you, then you come. It's best that you're on the Facebook page. So, guys, any chance I can do any airbrushing on club on Saturday? Never done it, and it gives us a chance to get things sorted out. So yes, you can do absolutely every little bit of modelling at a model club. Why wouldn't you? Why would you say that you run a model club, right, to hold it in back of a goddamn pub, to have it on a Wednesday night where you just go and sit and talk bollocks for a couple of hours bored out of your freaking head? Why would you do that? That's not a model club.
You can
That's
do
a
that.
social
You can do that
gathering.
like this on a weeknight, on a school
Yeah,
night.
you can do that at home, can't you, on Facebook? Okay. Kit swap table. Kit swap table buys and sells. Yeah, feel free. If you've got kits that you want to get rid of, mate, bring them in. Just put a little price tag on it, a sticker. Don't be offended if you've put something on at 32 quid and somebody comes and says, will you take 30? Because they're like me, they're like you, they're like him, and we all do the same. We all do the same. Because we all want it for no Paul, don't we?
Yeah, of course we do.
Absolutely. What are you giving
Sometimes
me
we
for
get it from that? Well, at least discounted.
What are you giving me for?
Go and check out my Spotlight Star.
Go and check out Paul's Spotlight. Yeah, that's funny as out. Sean, SGS models that comes in. So again, over an hour ago, I talked about the benefits of having Sean in. With SGS models, John, you can, he brings in a bit of paint. He's using SMS, selling SMS. He'll bring you Tamiya extra thin and your sanding sticks and your cements and your tapes and just your basic sundries. And it's either a card payment because he's got a card machine, or a cash payment. You can pay in cash. But what we also offer down at club is Shawnee pay, very pay. So basically, what does that mean? That means that, again, if you're like me and the majority of all those old guys out there that would love to be able to just dip into the old pocket and go, here's a ton, but you can't do that for the fear of wrath of God, and we've all got one.
Otherwise known as the missus.
Otherwise known as the missus. It would be nice if you could see a kit that you want at 7,500 quid, 60 quid, 50 quid, whatever, and say, I'd love to buy that. We said to Sean on the day when he comes to club, how much is that? Well, straight off the bat, Sean will discount us as sesku members. It's usually between 5 and 15%. On top of that, you're not paying any postage and packaging. On top of that, you are basically getting brand new in the box guaranteed kit because he's a store. He's an online store, an online retailer. But what Sean's doing for us this year is, and I've just done it on the Italieri Mass, the Vosper boat. It's £93.60 with a discount. And I've said to Sean, can I do that over 3 months, Sean? And he went, you definitely can, mate. So in February this month, when he comes on the second meeting, he only comes on the second meeting, I'm going to give him £31.20. I'm going to give him £31.20 in March. I'm going to give him £31.20 in April. And as soon as I go, here's my money, he will go, and here's your kit. Simple. If you wanted, go on, Paul.
I was just going to mention, in part, obviously to do with SGS, is you've not done open the box for a while, Mark, have you? Remember that one?
Yeah, we haven't actually. No, we ought to bring that.
That was a nice little fun thing to watch.
Yeah, we stopped. Well, we didn't stop it. I just forgot to do it from last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, another one. If you want to order from SGS, SGS Model Store in Leeds at club and take advantage of being a club member and getting the discount. If you want to pay 50, if you've got an 100 quid kit and you want to pay 50 quid and 50 quid, fair enough. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. But the minimum we'll take is a third, which is absolutely fair. And everybody loves window shopping. But there are rules on it. which basically means that if you start messing the guy about, then you will be unfortunately banned from using the service in the future, because you know, all's fair. Looking at the comments, so Lee, hiya Mark, hiya mate. John, Facebook page pending yet. John again, Butty Run clinches the deal, Paul. Nice one. And John, last comment there. That's fantastic. I look after kids who are on ventilators. I'm just trying to read it because my eyesight's not great. Or home. I can't read that because my eyesight's just so bloody poor. No, that hasn't helped. I get it, John. I get it, mate. And thank you, Cooker. Appreciate that. What else can we get? We do blow roll as well. Get your blow roll whenever you want. Okay. Airbrushing, everything to do with modelling. Right, so we've covered competition. We've covered. We also do shows. Yeah, we also do shows. We did Bolton last month. We're doing Leeds on the 11th of February at Leeds Armories. Them's the two main ones that we do. Last year there were, I think there were about 18, 20 of us went to do Telford, and we stayed overnight at the International at Telford. This year in May, the second Saturday in May, we're going to Cambridge to visit the Duxford Air Museum, and we've got a coach for that. We're not driving. We've ordered a coach to pick us up here on the Saturday morning, 6 a.m., steady ride down. And again, when you look at when I talk back on Bums on Seats pays rent, well, Bums on Seats also lets us order a minibus at 600 quid. Do you know what I mean? It's just stuff like that. Coming down,
Jolly Boys out in there, like
Jolly Boys outing. Coming down into November for the AGM, the competition, and then this year. So normally on competition, what we do is we have all the people on the Saturday morning bring the stuff in, and we put it out all on the tables, mate. And we have a judging who judges, and we have some trophies. We usually spend about 100 quid on trophies, and hand them all out, and photographs and social media that to death, etc., etc. Paul, this year slightly different.
Yeah, we're going to a special venue, aren't we? We're going to a sort of a neutral venue, and we're having a nice formal meal, a few beers, and obviously presenting the trophies.
Absolutely.
All the categories, 6 categories, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, first, second, third, each category. Overall, is there's an overall 1, 2, 3 as well, Mark, or is it just an overall 1?
So basically, 6 categories in each. It's bronze, silver, gold, bronze, silver, gold, bronze, silver, gold, da-da-da. And then all the gold winners will be lined up at the side of each other. The judge will then say that is the absolute overall winner. And that person will not only get the gold medal for the category that they've won, but they'll also get, it's a trophy. They'll also get a trophy for being the overall winner. On top of that, they will get the Sesku and Hemsworth trophy shield with their name engraved on it, which they get to keep for the entire year on the mantelpiece. Or
is that the Neo Moxon Memorial
Trophy? No,
Trophy?
that's a separate one, that, Nick. That's a separate one. This is just competition. But so normally, Paul, we normally spend about 100 quid on trophies. This year, our total prize pot works out what we've spent, what we're spending on competition. So if we normally spend 100, how much do you think we spent this year?
250, 300, 400, 500, 500 quid on trophies.
£500 on the entire presentation, because not only are we awarding trophies out in 2024, everybody that comes first in all 6 categories will also receive a £25 gift voucher for SGS Model Store.
Happy days.
So yeah, we've thrown some money at it this year.
So in theory, when I come up to the do mark, I could display, couldn't I? I could enter comp on the day.
Yeah, you've got all year to do it, mate. Yeah, just yeah, you need to obviously come on competition day, love, and put your entry in.
Well, that's what I mean. Oh, no competition. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No competition's the week before, isn't it? Before the presentation. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I can't see it happening, but it would be nice.
What we've done this year, then, Paul's absolutely right. So, like I've said, normally we have competition, hand out the trophies, do the photos. We've changed it up this year. So this year we've got a guest judging, and he's coming all the way over from Bolton. He's going to come on the Saturday with his clipboard, and he's going to have the 6 genres on his clipboard with a winner, second, and third. He's going to write everything down, and then he's going to fold that piece of paper up and take it back to Bolton, so nobody knows who's won. Then what we're doing on the following Friday, which is Friday the 22nd of November, we've booked a room in a very, very nice hotel. We've got the full PA system for the microphone and all that sort of stuff. We're having a 3-course meal, starter, main, and dessert. Beers obviously on tap, teas and coffees, after dinner mints, and because it's a hotel, people like Paul that's coming over for presentation evening. You're staying for the night, Paul, are you?
I am, mate. Yeah.
Paul bringing his lovely Mrs. Lisa over, and at the moment I think it's sat at about 50 covers. There's 50 people coming to presentation evening. My boss is a lovely gentleman called Martin. And he's one of the directors at the place where I work. And we've invited Martin to come over and be the guest presenter for all the trophies on the night. So he's going to come and do that. And then he's shooting straight across tour, straight down to Birmingham after the meeting. We're going to invite a photographer along as well, Paul, to take some proper photographs.
Yeah.
We're looking at getting the event filmed. Lovely shirt and tie, nice, well dressed. Look at it! Don't you let me down, you twat bag. We're going to be nicely dressed. We're going to be nicely dressed. We're not turning up in our Scouser shell suits, giving it the old. You're right, Tala. You're right, Tala. I'll absolutely kill you if you do that.
I'll be smart. I will not be wearing a shirt.
Right, you'll be very smart. I know you will.
I'll be smart.
We're not doing any dinner dancing. We're not doing anything, any of that. It's basically all around club, and it's presenting trophies. We are looking at extending, Paul, to add some more categories who will potentially get certificates. That leads me on to, in fact, I'll cover that first. So, when you go bowling, if you have a bowling, temping bowling at the Bowlerama, you have a wooden spoon, who's come last, and that sort of thing. But we'll obviously turn that on its head and say, this is the most improved builder that we've seen. This is the guy who's posted most on Facebook all year. This is the guy or lady that's put the most thumbs up in the year. This is the person that's put the most photographs up all year, etc., etc. Just to keep it a little bit light. Okay. Paul mentioned the Neil Moxham Memorial Trophy, and again, it's one we have run on competition day. So not only do we have official competition, but we had a member who passed away a couple of years since. Lovely fella, gentle giant, Neil Moxham. And Neil never missed a club, and suddenly passed away. It was a shock to us all. So Neil, Padre, and a few of his close friends got a little shield together and said, we want to call this the Neil Moxham Memorial Trophy. And basically every single model that's entered is not only judged by the judge, but then everybody else gets to go round as well and pick their favourite piece. And whichever one comes out with the most votes, that one gets the Neil Moxham Memorial Trophy. Yeah, it's voted on by the club. And then on top of that, as if it don't get any more celebratory, we also have Member of the Year, who gets a trophy as well. The Ange won it last year, Ange Lid. And basically what we're doing as the admin is we're there every meeting, and there's always somebody that sticks the neck out, goes the extra mile, whether it's making somebody that's poorly like Dave Housecroft, like Ian did. I'll make you a brew, mate. I'll make you a brew for weeks and weeks on end. I know Dave will love that one. Or organising something, or participating, just generally being absolutely rock core solid for club. Last year it was Ange Little. Ange helped me with models for kits for kids. She also organised the Scouts Day. We had the Scouts over one day last summer in the Lawson Hut. We contacted Airfix. We said we want to get some Scouts building. What have you got? They sent us some starter kit tank sets. They sent me a dozen of them for about 25 quid. We invited the local, well, I didn't, Ange did. She invited the local scout group over, boys and girls, they all came. We had club in the morning. There were 3 or 4 of us stayed behind. The scouts piled in. Don't forget, they're only 9, 10, 11-year-old. Never seen an Airfix kit before in their life, and basically sat there for 2 hours building Airfix kits. So because Ange had done a shitload of running work behind me, taking a massive amount of work off me, Ange got Member of the Year. Okay.
Deservedly so.
Dougie's just sent me a message because I did actually ask him if he'd pop on. Let me just tell you what reason he'd give me. Right. Pause. Talk between yourselves.
Mate, how's it going? Yeah, sound. Yeah, brilliant, mate. Yeah.
Dougie says, couldn't join, out for a few beers and a curry.
Nothing wrong with that, mate.
No wrong with that, cocker. Rob, as I said earlier, are you coming up to the club on Saturday, mate? Yes, Mucker, I'm coming up. And I sent him a message tonight because he said I'm planning on coming. And I sent him a message back saying plan failed. And he said, sorry, Mucker, had a bit of an emergency this morning, no problem. And Andy Norfolk, who normally streams with me, of course, he's out with Bill tonight for a meal. Have I done a good enough job there, Paul, on covering what we're about?
I reckon so. I've pretty much everything covered in it. It's not, you know, certainly to do with the club. It's you know what we're up to personally, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, you know, you've touched on your tack on.
Go on, while I just have a look, because I'm going to share my screen again. So I'll ask you the question, and you can fill me in. What are you doing at the minute?
At the minute, I'm talking to you. And the YouTube planet, or whatever you call it. But yeah, no, I currently
go on. What's on your bench?
I have Trumpeters, 132 scale, Avenger.
Right.
pretty decent kit up to now. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Big old lump.
Certainly is.
So I've literally, I put the white down. If it's going to be like three tone colour, it's blue, a sort of a grey, and a white underneath.
Yeah.
I put one layer of white down for now on all of the underneath parts. I was about to do that when I was rudely interrupted.
Yeah, of course.
No, but no, yes,
Like,
I was.
Happy days.
Well,
You only do 1 in 32 though, Paul, don't you? Why is that?
Go and check out my Spotlight Star. All the information you need is right there. No, but just a quick explanation. But obviously, could never afford 30-second scale when I was a kid. When I got back into the hobby about 5 years ago, I've seen Tamiya's 132 scale Corsair F4U Corsair, and I thought to myself, I've never ever built 30-second scale, so I bought that kit. And I basically haven't looked back.
There you go.
That's basically, that's me. I mean,
cool
and Mark can also tell you, I'll never build the same kit twice, apart from the red arrows, because I've got plans for that. But yeah, I mean, like, OCD kicks in now. I'm doing 30-second scale, and that's it. For me, they're just the right size. There's plenty of detail. They're impressive, and a 30-second scale is impressive to look at. The size and stuff. So yeah, used to race mountain bikes. It was go big or go home.
Yeah, go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
Let's have a look.
Anyway.
Let's just have a little look at the screen. So,
I need a whittle.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to split my screen in half, like this, and hopefully when I move that moves you. So, club today, let's have another little look. Doug, admin, my right-hand man. Great meeting today, peeps. Good attendance, 22. And as always, some great pieces being worked on. Good to see everyone have a good rest of the weekend and happy modelling. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks for that. Derek is the vlog banner, and that will stay on my my page. Graham from Cleethorpes. I built the Zundap. And Graham built one very, very similar, not the exact same kit, but brought it in today. And as you can see there, when we talked earlier about the competition for 2024, if that bike is on its own in competition, that will go in category 2 because it's on the road. But because he's put it onto a base with little tufts of grass and a bit of gravel, that's now category 6, which is dioramas. So managed to take a few photos.
Very nice. That.
It's nice that, Paul, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'll leave them on for a couple of seconds, right? So that I can, so that people can see. So flicking on to the next one.
Yeah, just a simple base. It's effective, Mark, isn't it?
It is actually, mate. Yeah, it really sets it off. Love the colour. I've done my. I'll put my Zundap up in a minute, but I've done the grey one. But Graham's gone for the sandy coloured one. Swapping out an overhead shot there because I wanted to try and get inside there and failed. But nice weathering, little and subtle. He hasn't overdone it. Couple of marks on here and there. Lovely jubbly. Nice little dented area there on his mud guard. Yeah, coloured wheels, all lovely, absolutely spot on. And I said to Graham, would you build it again down at club? And he said, I would actually, mate. Yeah. because it is a nice kit, and then managed to get both mine and Graham's bike side by side. Okay, so managed to do that. This one were a lovely post. So if you are into scale modelling by any chance, if you go onto the Airfix Facebook page, Airfix have put a post up. Are you planning on attending any scale model shows this year? And this was taken at Bolton, where Bolton IPMS took home our best display award, and it was very, very well deserved. However, Airfix have, because we know Michael, have actually included a picture of our table, which has got the sesku badge on and the 7 there in a star for 7-year-old. My A10, the 1 in 32 that I had donated from Darren in Blackpool. Mackay Phantom, Paul Patton's gorgeous Spitfire and my Spitfire. Okay. That's me putting the breakfast orders on. Look, John, if you want to fill your boots, mate, then fill your boots. And we had 14 orders going this morning. A little video popped up the other day of showing how they test and paint and build these aircraft liners. I thought that was fascinating. So Martin didn't actually pop in today. Says it's been a while since I posted a work in progress. So a Sunderland, and I found some random decals out of my leftovers, and Martin's done that. I love his little stand here. That's pretty cool, Paul.
Yeah, I'm after one. Yeah. Wouldn't
By
have one of
looks
them
of it,
myself.
mate. Yeah, you can slide those in and out and up and down.
Yeah, fully adjustable.
Cool as anything. AD, or I've not. I need to get AD back on the stream, I think. AD, let's just have a look at this. What's that, Paul?
It's a Honda CBR 1000RR done in Honda Rothman's colours, racing colours from a few years ago. So, mate, you can sort of like see what it should be like. You can see the paintwork in the background there. That's the box art there in the background.
Oh yeah.
He sort of like he's basically done a custom paint job. I suppose you could call it a custom paint job. But that was like that's sort of like racing colours, Honda's racing colours from, I don't know, maybe 92. Well, no, maybe mid to late 2000s. Nice bit of
I mean, just look here. So we've got a black tyre with decals on a white rim with like a goldy looking chain with a chrome disc brake and a blue inlay on a black support with a gunmetal exhaust. Different. That is really. Is that carbon fibre?
Yeah.
Oh, it is, mate. Yeah, I can see the little speckles. And done an absolute belting job on that. Look at all that.
Like, it's an extremely modern bike with retro graphics, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah, a little bit of it's sweet, man.
It is sweet. It's lovely that, AD. Lovely. Stunning piece. That's my good self. Look, saying she's a sweetie because Sue over at Ice Queen Scale Models runs a YouTube channel and a Facebook page. And congratulations to little old me for making the banner there. I know, mate. I know. Graham's own photo video there of his Italieri motorcycling sidecar. Redback, you heard about that? Oh, so every year, man? I know, mate. So basically, every year we go to the Redback Motel, which is near Wakefield, for our Christmas dinner. We don't have a Christmas. Well, do we have a Christmas dinner? Sometimes we do, don't we? But there's a post on recently in the Wakefield Express there. Wakefield Express, that's our local sort of like town paper, saying that after decades and decades, they're actually on about knocking it down to put houses on there.
Believe it, man.
That's me pulling the trigger with SGS Model Store. 3 easy installments over February, March, and April on the Italieri Mass. I do love that red and white, Paul. That's what I'm looking forward to. Kev doing a bit of scratch building. Paul's put on a bit of a video from this YouTuber for Bolton. Andy, who I'll talk to in a minute. Postman's been for you, Craigie.
I can't wait to see that from Craig.
I've seen all that today, Paul. I've seen it all.
I was hoping to have seen it on the vlog, Mark, to be fair.
Yeah. I didn't catch it, did I? I didn't catch it. Derek, let's have a look at Derek's sort of Star Warsy bit here. I know it's not your bag, Paul, because sci-fi doesn't exist. But there's a piece.
It's speeder bike, isn't it?
Speeder bike.
Yeah.
I know it's not your piece, mate. I know it's not your bag.
Each to their own, innit, Mark? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kev, distance member, has been laser cutting his own paint rack out. Lewis put that on for the Hind paint scheme. And again, if you look at that, let's just make that a little bit bigger. Full screen and zoom in on that. You can see the elaborate paint job there.
Very Geiger-esque, alien.
Very, very alien. I think they actually call it an alien one.
H.R. Geiger, it's inspired by him. H.R. Geiger, who's the guy who sort of like invented the alien creature, sort of.
Yeah, mate. The most pointless piece of photo etch ever, and I will just blow these photos up for the people who are watching, because if you look at that, it sits in there, inside there, and then that piece goes on top of that piece. Look at that. I mean, what is the actual point? Because you just can't see it at all. That's what I'm building at the minute. That tack and fork truck. It's not as big as what I thought it was going to be, Paul, if I'm absolutely honest, mate.
Sprue holders, get in.
Not as big as what I thought it were going to be.
No.
Sprue holders, yeah, that's me talking about club dinner. So there you go. I'll make that full screen for you. So 2017-2024, the first annual dinner and presentation evening. Welcome to Burntwood Court, Friday, 22nd of 2024. Introducing guest judge Mr. Paul Wong. 3-course dinner, presentation evening. Special guest, master of ceremonies, my boss, Mr. Martin Harris. And accommodation available as discussed. Can't wait for that one. Let's have a look at Paul's work then. So, Paul, fill your boots, mate. Talk us in.
Well, I'm obviously past that stage now. It's all buttoned up, but yeah, it's it's trumpeters Avenger. It's only the guts. And I did mention in the post somewhere down the line about being a little bit worried about trying to squeeze all that in and making sure everything lines up, but it literally fell in place.
Excellent.
But yeah, lovely kit. What, sorry?
Good build, good kit.
Yeah, man, yeah. Quinta Studios, absolutely mind-blowing. Yeah, it's a bit more investment on top of the kit, like, but certainly worth it in my eyes. I mean, if I can get Quinta for the kit, Revel probably wouldn't. I'll make do with Revel's instrument decals, but the likes of well, I don't know.
Yeah, mate. And that's the piece. I think we can stop it there. That's the piece that I've literally just finished the Zundat bike. So I can stop sharing my screen and come out of that one. Make me StreamYard screen a little bit bigger. James says, "What's that? Makes it, mate." I'm not sure, James. I'm not quite sure what comment that is referring to.
But
I'm assuming it's the base on
the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially. Could be. It could be. So, John, if you are still watching, that's about it, buddy. That's literally club. Once I've finished live streaming, I'll be chatting to Paul individually, and we'll be having a catch up. Yeah, coming from Hull, it's a long way. It's an hour. The majority of us live right corner. Go on, Paul.
Where's he coming from, Mark? Hull?
From Hull.
That's miles away.
I know it is.
That's down towards East Anglia, isn't it?
No, it's straight across the M62.
All right.
James says it's the jerry can photo etch that makes that. Yeah, because we were having a laugh about it last night, weren't we?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Happy days, James. You will be pleased to know that the shot glass and Paul.
Slash it. There you go. He's well got another one. He's well got another one there.
It's empty.
You've got something in. You'll have something in your fridge, I'm sure of it.
It's empty. My bottle of Glenfiddich is empty.
You've got another one there. Watch this. He'll pull another one out now. Watch. Look.
The worst thing is that here I've got my stack of shot glasses.
But your Glenfiddich's in the fridge.
My Glenfiddich. No, it's not. It's in the bin. It's in the bin. James. Yeah. Yes. James has said no. Yes, it's empty, mate. It's empty. So I would rather say I would say, John. I've given you a brief synopsis of what Sesku and Emsworth Community Scale Model Club is. And it's taken me about 2 hours, I think. Let's have 2 hours and 41 minutes to explain what it is, mate. But it is what it is. I sit at the head of the table. It's undisputed. The reason that I do that is because I was the guy that were there from minute one, setting everything up. I drive it hard and I make it as pleasing as I can for absolutely everybody by offering as much as I can through myself and the team. Always hands-on. Everybody chips in. All the decisions at club are literally made by everybody that comes. We don't. We're not sort of dictatorialist, if you will. We don't say when, how, who. We say, I wonder what the guys would say if we did this. I wonder what the guys would say if we put this idea forward. Because at the end of the day, bums on seats pays rent. And if you run a dictatorship, then bums on seats don't happen. Okay. And there ain't no club. So you've got to make it as fair as you can for absolutely everybody. As fair as you can. Paul, have we got anything else? Or we've been 2 hours 42 minutes, my friend.
Good little session, Mark, isn't it? Good little session. I think, as I say, I think you've covered everything there. I think, Mark.
I think so, dude.
I take it John's very interested in coming over.
John, are you very interested in coming over, mate? Paul's asking the question. I'm sure that you can comment on that. Well, I'll say we'll have to wait and see. And John,
I'll just put my 2 pennies worth in. If you're thinking about it,
go
for it. Give it a whirl. Go for it, man. It's brilliant. You'll love it. You'll love it, mate. Just make sure you get your butty order in.
There are, and the final cell is put defo. The final cell is the people that come make the club. We're not IPMS, we're not governed. We put all our questions to the team, to the majority, to say, what do you want to do? We all have a common theme. Everybody gets on.
People do come and go, but it's the core of the club has literally been the core from day one. People know how to take me and handle me. I drive it hard. I drive it very, very hard. And people like James in Plymouth who are watching has commented on, and sometimes comes on my stream as well, has commented on just how much people can appreciate how unique we are, but how special we are at the same time, how enjoyable it is, that if anybody's ever stuck, you come to a club, we get an answer, people are willing to help out, assist.
It is pretty unique, like I'd say.
It is unique. We're not a club, like I said earlier, that sits in a pub and bitches about the latest Airfix releases and they aren't released in my scale. We're not that kind of club. You come to our club, you build what you want, you do what you want. You come, but you're coming and sitting with. I know it's an old cliche, like-minded people who, well, that's why they come. You know, we don't have people that we don't have knitters, wool knitters coming to the club because we're not a wool knitting club, mate. We're a sticking and gluing club, Paul, aren't we?
Mm.
Sticking and gluing, very much so. And we promote the members as much as we possibly can. Like I said, because that's why our club banner over the next 2 month, 3 month, 4 month is going to be one of our members up at the top, because we are them. If everybody just didn't turn up at next meeting, a meeting after that, a meeting after that, well, it's not me that ain't got a club to run. It's everybody that ain't got a club to come to. Do you know what I mean? So it all ties hand in hand. What's James commented there? Definitely, Mark. James says he'll pop up as well.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Jay. Definitely, Jay. Go for it, man.
The best day to come, the absolute best day to come,
is a Saturday.
Over that is 24-hour build day. That's the best day to come. And it's to get on Google and have a look for a B&B round here that like the Redbeck, Paul. How much did you pay at Redbeck?
I haven't stayed yet, but I think it was only about £30 a night.
30 quid.
They're about 35.
That's bed and breakfast as
and
well,
that
mate.
was with a brekkie as well.
Oh, yeah, brekkie as well. That's the best thing to do.
Is that definitely going, Mark, at Redbeck?
No, it's just hearsay at the moment. It's just hearsay.
That's profit, because we went there for the brekkie, didn't we? After the 24 hours of that.
Yeah. That's definitely the best day to come, the 24-hour, because it's like obviously with James living in Plymouth, you know what I mean? He says, right, I'm not going to set my alarm. I'm just going to wake up naturally. Oh, it's 8:30. Right, I'm going to get in my car. I want to have a drive up. Chuffing hell, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but I'm here. Right, okay. Well, we're still open for another like 14 hours. Do you know what I mean? What's James said there? Auntie lives in I can't read that, Jim, because my eyesight's shit. I hate it. His auntie lives close.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
his auntie lives close. But yeah, if you're coming from a long way away, 24-hour build day is definitely the day to come. And we have there's in the building as well. There's a separate room. It's got a library. It's full of books. And we basically move all the tables out of there and say, bring a sleeping bag and a pillow, get your head down for 2 or 3 hours. You did that, Paul, didn't you? You went and got kicked in your car.
Yeah, I slept in the car a bit, but yeah, so it's not a big deal. Like if you're starting to feel it a bit, just go down there.
Starting to feel it, go and get your head down. I can remember that year because Dave Housecroft got his head down twice. I'm laughing because that's an in-house joke. Dave Housecroft on first 24-hour build about 1 a.m. He went, "Oh, right, I need a sleep." So he went into the spare room, into the side room, and came back about an hour and a half later. All right, Dave, good night, mate. Couldn't get to sleep. Like, yeah, whatever. He's like that, rubbing his eye. Couldn't get to sleep. So stopped up for an hour, had a cup of coffee, had a piss, and then went, do you know what? I need to go and try again. And we're all like, try again? You've already had an hour and a half. You're lying shit. So then he went and had another couple of hours. The truth of it is, obviously, he didn't sleep on his first go. But if you're going to do that, we're going to take the piss. Bless him.
Just as long as you're there. It's all good. It's all gravy.
It's all good. It's all gravy. James says Wallersby. Wallersby. I'll have to have a look where that is. AD in Finland says, "Hiya, Mark and Paul. Hope you're well." We are well, mate. We've just been looking at your bike, old boy. And we're absolutely proper in love with that little one. That looks superb, does that, matey? And we've had the pictures up as well. I've got my phone in my hand because I'm going to type in. Let me just have a look here. How old am I? WAL. Wallersby.
Yeah.
Right, it's in Newark. It's only right. It says James says it's only right corner. Sweden. You told me the other day what's up in Finland. Make your bleeding mind up. James says, listen at this, Paul. James says, I'll come up. I'll stop at my auntie's in Wallaby. And I go, oh, it's only right corner. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it's about 150 fucking mile away.
Fuck off, it's not. Okay.
It's in Newark.
Well, I don't know where the fuck that is.
Well, I'll tell you where it is, mate. Let's just do the directions thing here. It's 42 minutes. It's 42 minutes, James.
That's sod all that.
It's
that's
not
150 miles. What's he doing? Fucking walking it.
It's 37 mile away. 40 minutes you're there, mate. 40 minutes you're there. 40 minutes. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Has anybody that right? So we've basically geared tonight's live stream for John. But has anybody got any questions for me or Paul before we go? We're gonna shoot off soon because it is. I can't even see what time. Do you know? It's only 10 to 10. It's only 10 to 10. All right, okay. So AD says, so I mixed up. So AD says Finland was the livery of the plane you showed last week. I'm in Sweden. I do apologise, AD. Do you know what? First of all, I thought he was in Sweden. Then I said, AD from Sweden. And I'm pretty sure he put, no, I'm from Finland. But we obviously got his wires crossed up.
Yeah.
So
I
thought you were from Chuffy. No, he's from England, but he lives in Sweden.
Yeah, yeah. We know that bit.
So, as what?
We know that bit.
We know that bit. So Adi says Finland was the livery of the aircraft. I showed you. I'm from Sweden. James says in my finest Scouse accent, because I said it's only 37 minutes away, and James says, "Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, like. He says, that's the plan. How good are you, Mark? It depends on what at. All right, I've got it. So, how good am I? How good am I at what? Modelling? Yeah, I can hold my own, mate.
Who's asking that? Who's asking that?
James. James, God, from Plymouth.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when we're talking, me, you, and James, and I'm always bigging myself up. So he's asked the question, how good are you, Mark? The answer to that is,
the
how good
gaffer
am
might
I?
be good, but I'm fucking brilliant, me.
Happy days. AD says, please, do you like the bike, chaps? I was chuffed with it. It's what Paul, we've just been literally gushing over it, haven't we, mate, for the last 5 minutes?
Yeah.
It's very, very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice. James, yeah. So even back further, even back 2 hours and 50 minutes in the past. Yeah, that's club. Me and Paul, brother from another mother. Me and Paul, we're literally sitting here literally every night. It's not very often. We might go a day where we miss, or it's very rarely more than 2. But we have this thing. He'll send me a picture on Facebook of a tank. Yeah. We don't know why, do we?
Well,
no,
I was on an armour kick at the time, wasn't I? And it was like, if I send you a picture of a tank, I'm in my room, I'm moggling, I'm in my cave. But now I've got a World War II aircraft kick on now, so I'll have to change my Morse code thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You code. Send me a picture of a World War II build, and I'll just send you a reply with a question mark going, "What you want? What you after? What you want? What you want?
What do you want, lad?
What do you want, lad?" Aidy says that means a lot coming from you guys. Cheers for that, Aid. Appreciate that, Cocker. Thank you very, very much. And James says, great vlog again. Great job again, mate. Enjoyed listening while building. Tidy that, kid. Tidy that, Paul.
Sound there, la.
Sound la. Sound la.
Sound kid.
Sound kid. Okay. Are we going to wrap it up now? No, we're not wrapping it up. I'll tell you for why. Because we've been going for 2 hours and 56 minutes, right?
We've got to make the 3.
We've got to do 3, haven't we? We've got to do 3. We've got to do 3. Do you know what I bought today?
Glenfiddich.
No.
It looks like some cheesy snack.
No.
Chili con carne with rice.
No.
Spaghetti
These are
bolognese.
not construction pieces, these. These are deconstruction pieces.
No way. No, that's just wrong. That's just wrong.
5-pack. 5-pack, Paul.
That is absolutely not fair. I've got to go and have a bowl of bran flakes in a minute.
It's all right, mate. I don't. I'm going to have a bowl of bran flakes on top of my chef's special 12-inch cheese-filled crusty pizza.
Haven't you had your tea yet?
Well, yeah, I did. Yes, I've had my tea, and then at about 7:30, I thought, oh, chuffing hell, I'm vlogging.
Panic stations. Well, come on then. Yeah, so why haven't you got any paint on it yet?
I told you other night.
Oh, yeah, you did. I thought you were going to try your new way. Well, get one of your old ones.
Listen, not in a rush. Not in a rush. I ended up doing some gluing and sticking. Some gluing and sticking. What's John commented here? John says, too early. Too early?
Pig's tails.
What?
Pig's tails.
Too early. Too early. Oh, too early. Too early. Easter, isn't it?
Yeah,
Easter.
but pig's tails too early.
Nah, it's not to do with pig's tails. It's too early to eat these.
No, but pig's tails are too early.
Shut your daft sod.
Pig's tails too early. It's never too early for a cream egg. Anyway, what are you on about, John? Shut up.
Never.
You see, Never too early for a cream egg.
Never, ever, ever. Right, a minute, literally.
So,
I know, I'm chuffing joking, mate, because I smoke. So, how far are you into that build? Come on, let's wrap it up. It's 2 hours and 59 minutes.
well, I reckon it could be. I could be. Well, I reckon I will be. I'll be decaling tomorrow. I'll be putting the stickers on tomorrow.
Have you painted it?
Well, I've got. Yeah, it's relatively simple, man. I've
I
got.
didn't know you painted it.
Well, I've got the white on.
Right. Yeah.
It goes white, then like a light grey, and then like a dark blue.
Right. So you'll be up while 2, 3 o'clock in the morning this morning painting.
Well, no, I'll probably have an early night tonight. But when I say early night, I mean, you know. But I'll be up at like no, I'll be awake at like 3, 4 in the morning, I reckon. So I'll be on it again in the morning. So,
I've been fishing today with George.
I know, yeah, seen that, man. Brilliant.
And listen at this.
Hang on a minute. Well jealous, mate. I'm dying to wet a line, me.
Listen at this. It only gets better, right? So, oh, hang on. Adi says, you rotten get mark. Can't get cream eggs here in Finland. I'm kidding. Sweden can't get cream eggs. Right, listen to this. This is a beauty. Right, so George, you know, is my lad. He's 12 years old. Plays football every Sunday morning. I've been down to the tackle shop this morning at 8 o'clock, and I've got my season ticket for the pond that me and you walked around last year.
Yeah.
When you came over to visit me. And we've had club this morning, and I said to George this morning at 7 o'clock, are you coming to the club? Because I'd ordered George a butty. George, are you coming to the club? This is what I got. That's no. So I said, right, listen.
As opposed to which is yes.
Yeah. So I said, right, listen, you don't have to come. So I bombed down to the local tackle shop. I got my season ticket for the pond. And can't wait to wet a line. Because George is getting into fishing, as you know, and I used to do it as a kid. So my dad bought George a brand new, absolutely ultra light. You can literally hold it in your finger like that, Paul. Carbon fibre, beautiful 12-foot rod, gorgeous reel. Never used it before. He's had it since Christmas Day. We're talking, it's the 3rd of February today.
Did his granddad get him it?
My dad got him it, yeah. It's been too cold or pissing or snowing. And today, I said, listen, on the way home from club, I'll call into the shop. I'll get us half a pint of mixed. We'll go down. So we went down, literally just casting in there, just fishing. I don't know if you've seen the post I put on my Facebook, but I caught one chuffing little roach. Now, George, I'll tell you what, if he'd have come home, if he'd have been fishing with his mates and he'd have come home and said, Dad, I've lost a beauty, I'd have gone, yeah, whatever. But I was sat at cider and I'm watching my float and his float, and I just saw his float just dip like that, and I thought, hey up. And I went, George, and it went, boof, gone. I said, strike it, fish on, George, fish on. He struck it up. The rod went like that. The float went off. The line went off.
Them in.
He's trying to wind it in, but his drag on his spool was set to slack, so it's pulling line off quicker than what he can reel it in. And after about 30 seconds, he's pulling it back, reeling it in, pulling it back, and he just went toink, gone.
Snapped him, or did he just pull out?
4-pound main line snapped him completely off.
Okay, now.
Telling me. 4-pound, 2-pound up length, 4-pound main line. It didn't snap the up length, it snapped the main line. Whatever it was. It was a monster. So, following on from the story. So tomorrow, football, we've had a message through saying, unfortunately, the other team have said they can't get a team together.
Yes! Fucking brilliant! I fucking hate football.
So tomorrow morning, we've saved a load of maggots. We're going to get wrapped up about 7:30 in the morning, mate. And I'm not kidding. At that lake, you can fish from sun up to sundown. And let me tell you, I'll be up in morning. Co-op here at end of our street opens at 7 a.m.
Loads
I'll
of
be
packed
straight
lunch.
in there, pack lunch, back up home, go and shake his shoulders and get, mate, come on, we're going fishing. Now, when I say, mate, come on, it's school, he might as well do that. But I'm telling you, when I said, mate, come on, we're going fishing, and I've put a pack lunch up, I'm going to get my flask out of my shed, and we're going to go down and we're going to go and pick his own peg, and we're going to go and have a session.
You know what? I might go. You know what? If the weather's all right, you know what, Mark? I might go and have a little fucking couple of hours tomorrow myself.
Yeah, mate. Happy days. Happy days. So me and the boy we're fishing tomorrow.
So, mate, that sounds like a plan. That
very much so. What's John put? John says, boring. Better off playing golf, Paul.
Who's that? John. This potential new club member.
I like him,
John.
John.
We might have to. I know. Yeah, I was liking him myself. Fuck right off now.
Golf, a good walk spoil. I'll tell you an interesting fact. We've been going out longer than 3 hours now. I'll tell you an interesting fact about golf.
It's shit.
Winning, to win a game of golf, right? You've got to play the least amount of golf as possible.
Yeah. Still shit. All ball sport is shit.
Yeah. To win a golf match, you've got to play the least amount of golf as possible.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah.
I'm only kidding, John.
I'd rather shove wasps up my ass.
Yeah.
or as James would say, I'd rather fucking shit in my hands and clap.
Bless him. Okay. Aidy's put pissing himself laughing faces. John's put laugh out loud. It's all banter, boys. It's all banter. 3 hours and 6. Right. You've kept me company all this time. I'm going to say toodle pip.
Later, dude.
Okay. I will speak to you. I'm not going to speak to you tonight because I'm busting for a pee. What's he said? John says better than saying it got away. Yeah, very much so, mate. Very much so. I've no doubt.
Better than saying I lost it in the woods.
Yeah, well, yeah, there is that. And I will speak to you tomorrow.
Later, dude.
Later, dude. So there goes Paul. Coughing my ass out. There goes Paul. Paul from the Wirral. Good, really, really good friend of mine. Great modeler, loves the hobby, loves everything about it, loves everything about club. Okay, 8 people watching. I keep looking here because that's where my other camera is. So, AD says, night chaps, enjoy the fishing tomorrow. Very, very much so, mate. Not so much for me. More for the boy, if I'm absolutely honest. It does give us that father and son time because I'm at work all week. I work a really funny shift. I come home, my missus is usually knackered and in bed because she works early as I work late. I don't get to spend a lot of time with my lad, with George. So because he's taking up fishing, I said, well, I'll take up fishing as well. And whatever spare time we've got, I'll come and join you, mate. So we did that today and we're going to do that tomorrow. by the by, I digress. I've got a couple of cream eggs that I need to get through before I go to bed. John, that's Club. I hope that you've enjoyed listening to me waffle on, talking absolute bollocks for the last 3 hours, mate. But that's what it's all about. That's where we are. I've sent you a postcode. We're in Upton Village Hall, first and third Saturday of the month, and anybody else who's watching is welcome to join. When you come, first 2 sessions are free. Then we say, can you give us £4? We don't ask as nicely as that, obviously. We say, where's your chuffing money? And it all goes into the pot, which makes bums on seats a viable thing. Okay. I appreciate it's a long way to come from Hull. But like I said, Graham comes from Cleethorpes, Paul comes from the Wirral. But the majority of the people, they still do have, a 30, 40-minute run to come to us. Out of all the members that's on that sheet, I bet there's only a sprinkling of people that actually live in the village and the surrounding area. Sesku and Emsworth Community Scale Model Club. Sesku stands for South Emsall, South Kirby, Upton. That's the sort of 3 towns area, Sesku, that is amalgamated into one. James says, night Mark and night Paul, night Eddie. I want to say thank you very much for joining me this evening, for watching me and Paul have a little waffle on. Much appreciated, and thanks for all your comments. It's been absolutely fantastic. Good luck with all your modelling. Stay safe, everybody. Take care. And as I usually say, I will see you next time. Cheers.